saying that shit, by the way.
I am a
Kidding.
little bit.
Don't think that you got a girlfriend. You can keep saying this shit because you will get popped in the mouth.
It's very, very bad. You cannot do
Jet,
that.
Jet. You know
Oh,
it's true.
Jesus Christ. Anyways.
Motherfucker, you don't see me saying racist shit about your people.
Not yet.
Dick.
Mostly because
Not
you're
yet.
ignorant on it. Let's be honest here.
So I don't say anything, you dumb motherfucker.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Yeah, you don't say anything about it because you're ignorant on it. Yeah, you should be doing the
That's
same
just how it
thing.
works, Ganja. Congratulations, you discovered how politeness works.
No, I discovered how Jet needs to go further.
No.
No,
You can't
usually
say
when
what
people don't know anything, they don't talk shit. Usually.
Hey, man, you got to be bold. You got to be straightforward, all right? That's the American way.
Just let's not say that any other like color of people or culture of people don't do a certain act of sex anymore. For the love of God, people.
How about
chat
this?
that.
Stop making generalized statements about a race you are not a part of.
There we go. I say that shit. I say a lot of bad shit about white people. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm just laughing here
Oh,
because
they're
I'm
the
going
free
to fuck
pass.
that up in 5 minutes.
I know. I'm gonna everything.
Well,
By the way-
technically, I can talk about them too because I am part of them.
See, that's
I'm
cheating.
everyone.
I'm not saying
That's
a
fucking
goddamn word.
cheating,
Right?
Jet.
It's my superpower, by the way.
He's a White Walker.
Oh, yikes. Anyways, people, the chat
Oh,
tag.
fuck you!
Well, like, we're
That was
talking.
funny.
Look, it's all good. Here's the thing. I'm gonna fix Facebook because it's fucking up already. But guys, it's the Midnight Chat Attack, and hey, what's a Midnight Chat Attack without it starting off fucking up constantly, both in the sense that Ganja has, and then me technologically. But the thing is, we're gonna be talking about lots of stuff tonight. It's been a while since we actually been live. What was it? Since last Saturday, I think it was. It's been a while since I had.
It's been a week.
Yeah. Wow, I was about to say like it's been 7 days and this many hours and this many minutes. And it's like just say a week. That might be a little bit easier.
I don't think anyone literally cares about the hours.
I just want to say it like that. I don't know. It actually fascinates me. Like, do you ever realize like how many hours we just go through that we don't really like pay attention to? It's like, how many hours did you spend in the last day just literally kind of doing nothing? Like, it's
Oh no, you know what pisses me off, man? How many hours we waste sleeping?
Yeah, like it's like, dude,
Pisses
there's
me
a
the fuck off. Well, I can't do anything. I gotta go lie down and do nothing for 8 fucking hours.
yeah, and you have to, or else you'll die. It's
Yeah,
like
pretty
Jesus.
fucking much.
They should figure
Yo.
something out about that. They should fix that.
It's called
I hate-
caffeine.
No, because
Fuck
the problem
that.
is your body does need to sleep. Because okay, we actually don't know why, but during when we sleep, our brain goes through certain processes. We don't actually know why. We just know that we have to, and if we don't, we get hallucinations and die.
Yeah, and by the way, yay, the chat's working. I'm so fucking happy about the chat working. Twitch is going on. How you doing, JP? I talked to JP earlier. He has some ideas for the after hours that we're going to be discussing later on. Possibly going to be watching some weird shit. I know.
No Sergeant Frog, no weird anime shit, Junpei. No, we have that. We grown.
What
We
is it?
advanced.
Jenny's like, I'll take sleep over death. Death is actually sleep. Oh, thank you, Alan. He says it's the cousin of sleep. It pretty much is. Speaking of sleep, too, I watched the trailer again to Doctor Sleep. Are we actually going to watch that when it comes out?
Oh,
'Cause I
fuck
don't
yeah.
want to. Fuck yeah.
That
Like,
trailer looked great. What are you talking about?
you're actually enthusiastic about this
Oh
fucking
fuck
boring
yeah, that
ass
looks like
bullshit?
some weird ass trippy shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down for that.
Jesus Christ. This is one of those trailers, people, that I don't understand how people are into. I don't get it. This
It's one of those
doesn't
things
look
where, let's say, Ewan McGregor's a really good actor, so I definitely want to see more of his stuff in. And it has some of the stuff that made me really like the first It, which is the psychological horror, which is like how much of this is real, how much of this is happening in your mind, like a modern day Nightmare on Elm Street. So me watching the trailer, I'm like, this looks really good. One of these days, I'm gonna watch The Shining, so I'll probably be anticipation for this.
You didn't have an issue with that one little girl basically saying like, "Hey, you have magic powers like I do," and it's like you're gonna like chop this down to just like magic, like that's nothing more creepy. Than that?
Well,
Like,
okay. The thing is, it's in that scene, like, as long as it's not as bad as Hellboy, where the powers come out of nowhere in the last third of the movie for no fucking reason. But I just saw The Boys, and The Boys has the worst trailer I've ever seen. Because it is not indicative of the show at all.
okay, but
So
see,
we
that,
actually-
sometimes I feel like that's actually a good trailer because they're trying to hide how bad the show is with a good amount of.
Yeah, I
segments.
almost didn't watch it. Like, I almost legit avoided it. And then I was like, fuck it, let me watch it. But, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, there's always going to be bad parts of the trailer, just like there's always going to be bad parts of a movie. But the visuals, I was like, okay, this could look really cool. And it looks like it's really well done. So, hey, maybe the movie will be shit, but maybe the movie will be good.
Yeah, Moots is in the chat saying, "When is my arrival? Look upon me and know their fate is sealed. This show is now property of the Illuminati." By the way, the Illuminati podcast. We haven't talked about this much more recently, but I noticed you guys changed the logo. You guys are on YouTube now. Is there a particular thing I should probably start like bringing up on the show as far as plugs go, Mr. Ganja Guru?
Oh, we're developing more plugs, but they're on the lowdown right now. They're under construction. We got that whole build wall in front of it, like Disney.
Yeah, we're gonna build a wall.
We got that one. We got that one random character just like dancing out, doing some shit, just so you're like, okay, so they're building something there. That's Disney.
We're gonna make internet great again.
Yikes! Yeah, and it won't be like the other shithole podcast, huh, Alan?
Shithole podcast.
We're
Grind
100%
that joke
pure
into the
American.
Oh goddamn. Yeah, you guys call yourself the Illuminati too. I never asked this on the show. I think I asked this privately, but I wasn't listening because that's who I am. I'm an asshole. But why? Do you guys actually talk about the Illuminati a lot, or is it just like regular straight up politics and shit?
Well, okay.
He's laughing, by the way. Like, wow, that was a dumb
Wait a
question,
second.
Nick.
I just thought of something. Like, wait, 100% American. Like, Alan's Canadian.
North American on the continent.
Exactly. It's a joke, Jet.
Yeah, I know, but still, you said 100% American. Therefore,
It's a joke.
100%.
We literally make the internet great again and shithole podcast. We're going for a bit here.
Yeah, but still, it would have been funnier if he said 75%.
No, because that's accurate.
We need to take this.
There's only 3 of us.
We need to put this bit with the rest of the other 7-bit crumbs of fucking jokes. Because this is that double toasted. Dude. Wow, I guess I just took the fucking
So
dunce cap
we just
here.
made it 9 bits crumbs. All right, I got you, Nick. But no, we don't talk about the Illuminati at all. It's just more politics, and then sometimes we get into this more like of a play role where we decide your future to all types of cultural judgment and shit like that.
Well-
So it's a little bit of a.
Not 100%.
Okay.
It's a little bit of some.
Illuminati is,
Damn, Alan, you gonna just let me talk or not?
no, because you can see that stupid fucking bit that I already explained 3 times. I'm gonna explain Nick's actual question.
Answer.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm scared, bro.
If you really want to know, fucking ask Ruthless.
I will answer the fucking question
Answer why you didn't say 75%.
because there's only 3 of us.
Four of us.
Doesn't make
There's
any
4 of us.
sense.
It still would have been
66%.
funny, Alan.
It's 4 of us. It's 4 of us. How you gonna say it's 3?
No, the Illuminati podcast only has 3 members.
Sorry.
It still would have been funny, Alan.
No, wouldn't have.
It would have.
And long story fucking short, one of the things about the Illuminati is they're secretly controlling the fucking world. So one of the bits we go for is that we're secretly in control of you.
Hey, Jed, do you believe in the Illuminati? You think that's real?
You could have said 33%.
66%. It's 2/3.
You said 3.
There
What
are
if we
3
divide it by
no,
the
but-
power of 5, Alan?
2 out of 3 though is 50 whatever the fuck percent. I'm not gonna, where's my calculator?
66%. Why does nobody?
100 divided by 3.
Ah, Jesus.
Divided by 33%. What the fuck are you talking about, Jet?
Shit.
You said.
I don't know anymore.
Jet,
You said.
let me explain this properly. When you said 75% and you're saying I'm not American, that would imply we got to remove me from the 100% American. Which, if
And
you
now,
remove one
basically-
person, shut the
Yeah,
hell up.
no,
Let me
you
explain.
said the Illuminati podcast is 3 people.
Yes.
So 100% divided by 3.
But if you let me fucking finish the sentence,
Then
then
I guess you had to remove them again.
I will
Jesus
mute you.
Christ. Oh,
We have a show to do.
we do have a show to do. We'll get right into it, man.
Honestly, I'm just doing really bad math to just make you mad.
I
know, like,
noticed.
Everything
I
I'm saying
fucking
is actually very, very wrong. But I love seeing how angry you get.
because the thing is, he doesn't know how to like actually explain how wrong you are. He's just kind of like, but it's not right.
No, I know how to explain it. She just won't let me finish the sentence.
Alan, I'm just saying more and more wrong math facts at you, and you just stop. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh my god. Anyways, people, here's the thing though. We're gonna talk about the fucking topics. So starting off, man, I gotta talk about. You thinking this shit's funny? My god, dude. I didn't think that one of the emotions I'm gonna get the most out of a Slipknot video is humor and just me laughing my ass off unintentionally. There's this new song called Solar First, or what the fuck is this?
25%, Alan.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't like type into her like, if you say that one more fucking time, I'm gonna fucking
No,
kill
I'm
you.
typing in a chat to prove that I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
But Soul Wave Fur is actually this new Slipknot song, and normally I'd be over here saying like new metal and heavy metal and blah blah blah. I'm talking about fucking rap rock put together. I like Slipknot, I like Korn, blah blah the whole thing. But no, that's not the discussion today because I gotta tell you, every single single from Slipknot so far has been bad. But I would think, okay, you know what? This show's coming out. You know, the Boys on Amazon Prime. I guess it came out what, Friday, Alan? He's gone. Where is he?
No, in anger, he totally disappeared. He either muted himself or muted his mic or unplugged it.
He didn't want to unmute me. What the fuck? Yes, it came out a couple days ago. This thing did not want to unmute me. Yes, it came out a couple days ago.
Oh, Ganja! Don't you fucking start.
One
that.
time this motherfucker knows how to use technology.
I just wanted to get him one more time.
15%.
Dude, he literally fucking muted him, y'all.
I'm here. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, we can hear you. I just wanted to be a dick real quick.
No, it's funny because I don't know when Ganja first muted him, but it's funny because Alan's face is on the mic, like just fuck.
All right, I muted him the second time, but once I saw he unmuted himself, I got you, bitch.
God damn it, man. Anyways, no, but here's the thing, though, man. This Slipknot video, it's bad in my opinion. It's pretty awful. And
What
I showed you
percentage
guys.
of bad is it? Is it 15%, 25%?
You motherfucker! God, no, leave him alone. I can tell Alan's just getting increasingly like, man, math
Yeah.
is not my friend today. I'm fucking pissed.
I'm good at math.
I think you're wrong. I don't think you did the math
I think I'm
correctly.
really good at
I
math.
can tell Alan's legitimately getting mad right now because he's turned into a tomato on us.
Yeah, a little bit, a little raw tomato.
100 divided by 3 is 33.33%, Alan.
Holy shit, Alan went Christian Torres on your ass. He goes,
Holy shit!
it's not 100% American. We're at 75%. Meaning, since I'm not American, we're using that number to 75%, and then this implies 25%.
My question, Alan. Question about that math though. How much of that is concentrated juice?
What? Oh,
On the
yeah.
can, it says 100% concentrated.
Yeah, I just
Or concentrated, whatever the fuck.
I can't concentrate even 1% apparently. Jesus
Hey, I
Christ.
just want to throw a dumb out joke so we can get back to the sub at your hand.
Thank you so much, man.
But it would actually be 65%.
Motherfucker.
God, someone.
I'm not gonna be in a room full of people that barely count past 10 and fucking get my math skills insulted.
Wait, I'm
It's
not.
okay, Alan. It's okay. I know it's 67%.
Hey, motherfucker, I know
Hi,
5.
You know what, Gary? This time I am gonna read your message. He goes, "What are you crazy motherfuckers up to tonight? Doing math, apparently, and doing it badly."
And Alan won't agree with me that it's 67%.
Oh man, this is not good. Don't stop it with the damn math. Alan's gonna fucking take his wings out and beat the shit out of you with them.
So the Illuminati podcast, therefore, is 67% American and 33%
God damn it.
Canadian.
Can we move on to talk about Slipknot and the boys?
Man, these boys are bad. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Here's the thing, man. This video looks pretty awful. This part of the song, and you guys can hear the audio from the chat right now. This dude turns into like a country. Yeah, that part right there. That's why I stopped. What the
Yeah,
fuck
this sounds like
is
the start of Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, just a buddy and a butter and a butter and a butter. I'm like, I didn't know he was talking about butter. You know, I didn't think we're like. It's so weird to like have that rhyme and keep saying shit to the point where I don't even know what the fuck he's saying in general. I don't know what the lyrics are, and it doesn't even sound like metal in the beginning. It's like fucking country, whatever the fuck. Like, I don't even insult country, you know, with that. But like when you hear the name Slipknot, you think of metal, you think of all this kind of like
Sure.
hardcore crazy shit. So like when you first hear this, when I showed you earlier, Alan, what did you feel, man? Like, do you find the comedy value that I saw in this fucking thing, or?
Nah, because, like, again, that's a genre you're more interested in, too. But the first thing I thought of was something, this is a long time ago, but something Lloyd Banks once said. He's like, the first 5 seconds of a song are the most important part of it, because that's when the listener decides if they're going to continue listening to the song.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's just stuck with me forever, because, like, yeah, as soon as you hear a song, like, that first few seconds, like, am I going to listen to the rest of it? Or do I have to sit there and force myself to listen to a part of it that could be good? And with
Yeah.
this, I'm like, as soon as I hear the, I'm like, I don't really like it. If I listen to that,
I'm about to turn it off.
yeah, if I was
Yeah.
listening to this on Spotify, I would be like, let me skip 30 seconds and see what the song is like. If I had to skip to a minute before I can enjoy the song, I'm not listening to it because I don't want to sit there and have to fucking get my phone up. So let me skip to a minute so I can actually enjoy the song. So with this, it's like, even if it gets better on, it's already lost me because it's like 30 seconds before I can hear anything, and it's just not that interesting.
And the
So
worst
I don't
part
get the.
about it-
Yeah.
Oh no, because I was gonna get your opinion on this too. Like the worst part about it is, right away, this new show's coming out, The Boys, and granted, it is a comic book movie, so you're probably assuming that okay, it's gonna be kind of silly, whatever the fuck. But it is kind of like intense with the gore and everything. And these guys don't look like they're trying to be funny. Like this looks some intense shit. Like look how mad this motherfucker looks. And you're thinking like, okay, this is gonna be badass. It's gonna be serious. There's blood here.
Yeah.
And this very slow songs playing. I'm like, does this introduce The Boys in a good way in your opinion? Like, does this kind of fit the tone of it at all? Like this weird melancholy, subtle sadness going on, or?
Yeah, to a certain degree. It's weird because the show does change tone a lot, but it's weird. It's able to maintain it. I'd say it's able to maintain it most of the time. So it does actually kind of fit. Like I think it'd be better just instrumental, where it's just like we don't have to hear lyrics. We just kind of hear the somber tone because they are showing some scenes of intensity, and they are able to keep it intense, and they are able to do a lot of stuff like really interesting. So to a certain degree, I think the lyrics do kind of throw it off, just because. But I know the show as opposed to like watching just that music video, so it does do fit the show to a certain degree.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask too, if like Ganja, I'm gonna ask you. I mean, I know like Alan doesn't like music videos, so you know, I mean, I would ask.
He doesn't like good music in general. You should put that
Shut
out.
the fuck up. Like so many music videos are just like the fucking singer just then they're doing their thing while a bunch of background dancers are singing and then maybe fireworks. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'll just watch the.
I'm actually wondering if you're talking about Katy Perry.
Like, actually, kind of. What is it? The fireworks. But like,
Alan's music's more in the area that you find like divorced housewife music. You know, that's kind of
that's
like
some
genre
good shit. Actually, that's staying.
Oh, you listen to the fucking same 3 instruments going on loop and call it EDM.
DDM. Yes.
Yes, motherfucker.
Over here, listen to DDR Dance Dance Revolution. Shit. But how important do you think, Andre, that the music videos are if they're trying to encompass scenes from the movie? Like, how important do you think that is?
I think honestly, AMVs kind of destroyed that for our generation.
Yeah,
because every motherfucker thought they were making their own type of like Spider-Man hero music video with Naruto, Sasuke, and all that other shit. So whenever they try to do it now, I think our generation is so jaded that it's like whatever. I'll just listen to the song if it's a bop, but I really don't care to go see it. Oh, I gotta go listen to this fucking song in the movie because I did that with not Haunted Mansion, The House of the Dead, because I was a real fan of that DMX song Up in Here.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
And that had the most awesome trailer with the song, and it had a fun ass fight sequence during the movie with the song. With a fart ass fight sequence. It was stanky, it was stanky. It was everywhere. It was spooky and ooky, and I loved the fuck out of it. And it was one of the reasons I went to go see that movie and drag my parents to it.
Yeah, no.
But they don't really do it like that anymore, though. Sadly,
they really don't. I mean, usually when they do, it's almost like they're selling more so like whatever the concert is versus like whatever the movie is. Jed, how important have you always felt that music videos are not only to the artists, but then also like if they have movies from or scenes from a movie? Do you feel like that kind of got you to go see the movie at all? Like, did it ever work for you or no?
No. I mean, it would get me to like listen to the song, but like actually go out and see the music video, not really. Unless like someone basically saw like before me and just like, oh yeah, you really got to see this because they do some crazy shit. Then maybe I'd go out and like see it. Like maybe I'd turn to YouTube, like check it out and shit like that. But going out to see a movie because of it, nah.
No, okay. For me, it was different. There's been many music videos that won me over to go see a movie. And I thought, like, you know, and this is going to be a long statement, y'all, but if you guys have anything inside the chat to send us that actually goes to this, I would for sure play this shit tonight because I love this stuff. I love music videos. We never really get to talk about music here. And, yeah, for me, there's a ton of fucking music videos that go to movies that has either won me with the movie or at least won the song in my heart just because of the fact that, oh, my God, it's connected to this particular thing. And one of the first things I want to bring up here, actually, is a song that's going to piss off Alan.
There's a bunch, so I'm curious what you're gonna go with.
Yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna put here, man, is your boy. You saw this earlier, man. Ja Rule, man, for the movie Light It Up. Light It Up. And I'm gonna show this on screen. This doesn't have too much footage from the actual movie, but I gotta say, like, Ja Rule was a pretty big deal when he first started. This is like around, I think, 1999, around 2001 or so. But yeah, man, like this song doesn't sell you at all, Alan. Like you don't like Ja
No.
Rule's voice or his rhythm here.
Oh, his voice is so bad. To all my gangsters. I'm like, that's something like J-Lo says, like to all my dancers or whatever the hell she says. It's just, I can't stand his fucking voice because the thing about Ja Rule, one of the reasons I hate him was because of his flow. I really can't stand the way he raps. It's not that much he's saying anything different than anyone else was at the time. It's just he sounds so bad. And one of the things he said on Wangster, when he raps like the Cookie Monster, like that just, it fits so well. Yeah, he raps like the Cookie Monster, and that just destroyed any credibility. So every time he makes songs now, I just laugh, like, because I just can't hear. All I can hear is a Cookie Monster behind the background right now. So nothing. It actually actively unsells me if Ja Rule's a part of your shit.
Really? Okay, yeah. Because for me, man, like that shit worked for me big time. Even this other song too, and we talked about this a lot. And I really want to watch this in the after hours one of these days. But and actually somebody else is in this song too, is Jay-Z, someone I fucking hate, but I was into this when it came out, was Rush Hour. And this song was actually in the scene where Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker are actually dancing to this in the car.
Hey.
That same white guy is a bomber in the fucking movie. Oh wow, this is actually an uncensored
fuck
version.
you!
I can't believe he actually said fuck you. That shot the shit out of me, actually.
Our show would never be for all ages.
Yeah, it really wouldn't. But you, man, God, do you remember this song at all?
Oh hell yeah, that was a bump. I'm actually a huge fan of Jay-Z earlier stuff, and I never ever got a chance to discuss it because there's a lot of Jay-Z hate, especially in this call, Jet. And I kind of like his old stuff.
Beyonce's husband.
Yeah, pretty much. No. That's Beyonce's husband in terms of it's an equal relationship. You got to put a respect on it.
They ain't gotta do shit.
Put respect on that relationship, goddamn. It's a beautiful thing.
Doesn't give a shit.
No, they don't. But I like it, and this goes back to when in the 90s. This is the problem with trying to do these music videos nowadays. Is we had the AMV set up, and we had the problem with a lot of people getting used to this shit. Whereas back then, it was something that you had to catch on MTV, TRL, or any of those music video channels. And if you didn't, you fucked up, and it was something you either had to catch at the movie theater yourself, or maybe if you bought the soundtrack. So with everyone having access to music and just AMVs taking over the early 2000s, I don't think it has the same magic as it does when we were growing up.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, man, when this came out, like, not only was it played on the radio so often, but it's one of those things now where it's like, not even MTV plays music videos, so let's just say a song was really big as far as a movie goes, and people liked it being in the movie, they don't know how to find this shit later on. I mean, people probably on their Shazams or whatever in the movie theater now, trying to be like, oh, what's that song, or whatever the fuck, but like, yeah,
not necessarily, because especially with what we saw at the fucking Charlie's Angels, nowadays they're advertisements. You do a song like The Weeknd did it for, I think he did it for 50 Shades, or Ellie Goulding, one of them did it for 50 Shades. And it's like nowadays, like they're using the songs to advertise the movies, just like they're doing with The Boys. They're like, hey, people know Slipknot. They're gonna get a good tone to the show we're doing. Let's get them to advertise our show, because when people are listening to the song, they're like, oh, this is related to The Boys. What's The Boys? Now I gotta check The Boys out.
Yeah. But like, Jay, I'm gonna ask you. I mean, you grew up around this time. I think you're like what, 4 years old when this fucking movie came out. Actually, do you remember this at all? Do you remember the old Jay-Z song from Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think about it?
I liked it.
Wow. Okay. Nice. I'm actually surprised. I thought you were gonna talk shit. Like, oh, it's Jay-Z. Fuck this thing.
I mean, there's songs of his that I like. I just don't like him as a person.
Yeah. By the way, who are you cutting up in the background?
Jay-Z.
Everyone.
That's why I tried to make this quick. My brother's making protein shakes.
Oh, okay. Tell him awesome.
Eat a burger.
You know,
Does. He's gaining weight.
but
Me too.
The thing is, though, one of my favorite parts of this song that really sold it for me is just at the very, very end, my first experience hearing Ja Rule. And I don't know why Alan does not like this. Alan, please explain to me what your problem is once again with this part. You don't like this part either.
Oh, he sounds like Sam Smith right now trying to rap.
What?
It's like, fuck you, man. Have some emotion. Have some energy.
That
Fucking
is
bring
energy.
something to the table.
That is energy. We talking
That's not
about.
energy. That's lack of energy.
Really?
Like someone else
that
pointed out in the
voice?
fucking chat. Someone else pointed in the fucking chat that what you call Ja Rule the DMX ripoff, and oh fuck yeah, DMX is way better. Even DMX's worst songs are better than Ja Rule at his best.
Yeah, but even so, it's like comparing yourself to someone who's amazing in the industry. It's almost like, even if I'm a ripoff, and here's the thing, like I don't even like Prince, but I'll say if someone's a ripoff Prince, it's like, okay, like you're in the same sense as Prince.
Okay,
So-
but he's a ripoff but bad. He's basically trying to sound like DMX, but where DMX sounds intimidating, this guy just sounds like a child trying to imitate him, and it's just like, fuck you, you're such like he looks like the biggest poser in the fucking world. Oh, it's just ridiculous, and he sounds awful. It's not like his lyrics are one thing, but again, everyone was kind of saying some similar shit, especially the more generic songs. It's just the way he sounds hurts my fucking ears, and I never want to listen to his songs.
I just like how fucking Ja Rule's looking at Alan right now, like, well, say it to my face. Say that shit in my face.
I'll say it to your goddamn
I'll
face. I'll say it to your goddamn face. I'm sure you still got some Fire Festival money. I'll sue
I'm
you.
gonna fuck you up like I fucked those little kids.
But
And if I win, I'll be the man that beat the shit out of Ja Rule. It's a win-win.
well, the thing is, and hopefully hopefully I don't piss her off by this, but we just went through Jay-Z, and it's time for Beyonce over here, man.
Look, I always find a chance to talk shit about the Beehive when I get a chance. But
Why?
when she has bops. This was a good one.
I do like the song, but for 2 minutes it's great, and then it just goes off and repeats itself for like the last like.
And
how
the
about
song does. It's called a chorus.
Oh, she repeats the chorus for the back half of the song. How long is this actual song?
Like
I
3
forget the
minutes.
length. It's like, was it?
Hey!
Yeah, 3 minutes. It's only actually 2 minutes of a song.
I will say I do like who's producing this? Is it Jay-Z that was producing this back in the day or no?
It's the Pink Panther producing this.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, 'cause I guess this was for Pink Panther,
all,
correct?
all the looks in this song are fucking straight up looks.
Yeah, it's a decent music video, but again, like it's a colorful music video. But what's in the music video? It's just Beyonce standing in her dresses and singing while it cuts to whoever the fuck that other guy is. I'm like,
And dancing.
I get, but dancing in an empty room. It's like, why do I need to? Honestly, why do I need to watch the music video? I get everything I need to just from the song.
But it's fun in the looks.
So though, and even then, you watch it once, you never need to see it again. It's not like if you watch it from Michael Jackson.
I'm sorry. Like this one
Hey,
is the
you
one I
have
actually
fun
have
with
to
that
see.
shit.
I have to see the music video.
I don't know.
I'm looking at chat right now too. Sorry for not showing the Facebook chat so much. Twitch is really kicking ass tonight, which thank you to all chats, but Twitch, I mean, it's a chat attack and you're attacking the fuck out of y'all. But I went to Facebook and Andrew Steddle saying, Nick, I express your opinion, but good God, Ja Rule's fucking terrible. Look, man, Alan's not the only person that tells me this too. Like, there's been so many people that shit on me about Ja Rule, and I'm just like, maybe I grew up around that time. And like DMX and Ja Rule came out at the same time, so like I actually kind of remember listening to Ja Rule first. I know DMX didn't rip off Ja Rule, but for me, I heard Ja Rule first. So it's like,
Look, there's only two ways it goes down. It's like what you're explaining, where if you heard them first and it just sounds like everybody else just because they happen to get there first, or you're listening list, or two, you grew up around it and that's all you heard for a while, so you just came attuned to that music. That's why I know fucking Swayze. I know a lot of those white boy surfer fucking music, just because that's all I hung out with for a fucking good minute. So all I know is that fucking Corona and lime bullshit when you're supposed to hang out the beach and chase after white girls, which I was never a fan of myself, but okay.
yeah, because the thing is, like, as I'm thinking about this song, the Beyonce song, I mean, I don't know who the fuck Bun B or Slim Thug
Okay.
is.
It looks.
Okay.
That was the fucking braids. I swear.
Okay, but this is not even about the song though, Jay. Like, you're talking about how she
The
looks.
song's good, but there's also like the looks in here make the music video.
I'm sorry, but even that part, like,
Yeah, but it's like, again, oh no, well, that's actually one of the biggest problems with music videos is sometimes you listen to a song and it goes really intense, you're like, oh man, the person must be like going crazy behind the mic, and then they're on a song going, nah. It kind of ruins it for me. Because there's like so many fucking songs. I'm like, man, you're going so fast. You must be so energetic behind there. And then you see the music video and they're just kind of like swaying. I'm like, you just kind of ruined this beat to me a little bit.
Yeah, like she looks really casual, just dancing, like, oh, there's a fan in front of me. Like, it's just like, yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know why, but I feel like the background is just very, very smooth. Like you could just jump on it and just go.
I know.
It's all
right?
silk.
No, like, just I want to get whatever the fucking fan is in front of her, like, just and put that like next to my bed when I go to bed and get sick. No, but like I can imagine, like.
Bet you were talking shit about me. I've done that.
I know, but here's the thing, though. I do the same thing. I'm actually sick right now. I don't know if you can tell, but like, like fuck. Us big boys need our wind.
Man, I left the window open once. This is a quick segment. I left the window open once during the cold and a snowstorm happened. I woke up to my fucking window frozen.
What?
Yeah, because I had a little bit of a heater going in the house, so everything met at the screen, and there was just ice.
Wow. Yeah, I'd never been in that situation. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, because you never don't know. Oh my god.
But I'm wondering too, like, was there any part of this that was kind of like, I guess, representing like the movie at all? Because
I mean, it's Pink.
Okay, the thing is, no, because the thing is, there's two different. I think there's two different music videos. There's that one and the official one for the movie that actually does incorporate the. I don't know how you find it, but there is a version of the music video that does actually incorporate it.
But I mean, like, if we're gonna be Pink Panther, or whatever, it's like, okay, yeah, I guess Jet is right about this. But my God, I almost feel like this is just a vehicle for Beyonce. Like, look at me, titties, ass.
100%. No, her
Which is
acting
also
is
in
a
the
vehicle
movie.
for her.
Yeah,
From
what you say,
Black
Jet?
Rock.
She was also in the movie.
Oh Jesus! Why was she in the
Oh,
movie?
but don't worry. I saw the movie. You could easily forget about her.
She was still in it though.
Oh yeah, for like all of 35 seconds.
I think she even also made a song for fucking Austin Powers when she was in it.
Oh my God.
Did she make? I know she was
Yeah.
more in Austin Powers than she was in Pink Panther.
No. If you look it up, Nick, I don't know if you got time to put it in, but she was actually in Goldfinger, and she actually made a whole song about it. Where I think she's talking about it's gold, it's solid
Yeah,
gold, baby. There you go.
The
Oh,
second
is it
one.
working out?
Yeah, I think it is.
No, it's the one underneath.
Oh, it's one underneath. Okay, I'm
I
sorry.
think it's both.
Yeah, it's both.
All right, my bad. I don't know what the fuck this is. Let me see. Her hair looks good.
Here comes Alan.
What? Oh, you fucker.
This is fucking awful.
Yep. This was her acting career, guys.
I loved her in this movie.
Wait, is she the white guy?
No.
Was she in the movie Foxy Brown or something?
Yeah. Well, no, Foxy Cleopatra, I believe she's in this
Whatever.
one.
So I got half it right.
I know we're taking a detour, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this play out and see what the fuck happens here. Cause oh God, ew. Is this Mike Myers as well?
Yep.
They're trying to make a fourth one.
Oh gosh.
In Miami.
Wait, hold the fuck on. She's doing the "That's the way." I like it song.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Fuck Beyonce.
I did not know the song
God
ever
damn.
existed, honestly.
That is so awful. And it didn't even sound like a different song. It's just like,
That's called the cover, Nick.
but not that close to the fucking original. Like, it's like, I'm sorry, that's awful. She didn't do it. There was no extra. And then like her dance too. She wasn't even doing Beyonce shit. She was just standing
Oh,
there.
she's doing
bobbing her
Mariah
fucking
Carey.
head. Yeah, look, okay. I had the
mean,
balls to
that's
talk to
not,
Beyonce.
that's not out of the ballpark. Mariah Carey did like influence her later.
The thing is, look, Alan, I'll give you this. Okay, I can talk to you about Beyonce for a second, and I'm kind of brave. I ain't talking to you about both of them in one day.
I didn't talk shit about Beyonce.
'Cause
Okay, I'm
Jet
sorry.
will
Beyonce
fuck you up,
can't act.
man.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm saying such a hot take that Beyonce is terrible at acting.
She is terrible at acting, but
She was still the best part of this movie. I'm just saying.
That's a low bar because I don't fucking like any of the Austin Powers movies.
okay,
Wow, I
That's
can't
a
believe
hot
you.
take, though.
can you choose one out of the two, by the way, Jet? As far as like just overall talent, like is there someone you do prefer out of Mariah Carey and Beyonce? I know that's off topic, but we never talk about this stuff, so I'm very curious.
That's actually very hard because both of them had a really outstanding career and both of them have very, very, very good voices.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, right now I'd probably say Beyonce because she's experimenting more with her voice and doing different things. Like none of her albums are the same. But with Mariah Carey, she has those hits that basically like really, really stick with you.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, and also if it came to like a concert, I'd probably go to Beyonce's more just for the theatrics.
Yeah, I mean, just her Coachella thing. I don't know if she does like Coachella type stuff, like every single fucking concert, but if she did.
No, that would be horrible. Not that it was bad, it's just the toll it took on her body because of that documentary that came out.
Oh,
That
I
shit
never
that
got to
she
watch
did
that.
was absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, shit. Like I'm very, very curious to watch that at some point. But yeah, to move this along though, man. Another thing that you actually put in here too was what's that fucking movie that the Kishmer Rose was on?
Batman.
Which one? It wasn't a Tim Burton one, was it?
Oh, was it?
I can't fucking remember. But Seal did this Kishmer Rose, and I'll actually fast forward a little bit.
Batman and Robin.
Kevin Robbins?
Batman and Robin.
Oh, Batman and Robin. Okay, I was there. Who the fuck is Kevin Robbins?
I don't know. It's Kiss My
You know,
Robin.
like,
Right,
I only
yeah.
saw half of this movie, but this song played everywhere, and
Literally.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, this song's fucking amazing. It's
Oh,
funny
Batman
because
and yeah.
I like it when it gets that little fantasy vibe going because it makes me want to pull out my sword and start fighting hobbits.
and then do that like voice like.
And then the ganja went down the creek and hunt the goblin, defeated the dragon.
Fuck the river, fuck the Joker. This is such a romantic song for a movie about.
Yeah, I missed that shit. When they would just have the shirt and that shit just be wide open and shit.
Yeah.
And the wind blowing like they about to take off flying.
That was a
so
look back,
hard.
man.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, and I know it's gonna sound very, very questionable, but like the way he's so into this, I bet the girl he sees has fucking fun with him. Like, just sitting there like, oh, like just like he's like worshiping this.
As soon as he busts out that baby,
baby, Jesus. Yeah, man, this song like was really, really like beautiful. Like, I can't really say it too much about certain songs, but does beautiful go to fucking Batman? Like, that's a really weird.
Oh hell no! This was during the day where they would just get a single for no reason.
Kids shit. Like,
Well, what's up, Alan?
get it out of your head that comic books can have some artistic integrity, motherfucker. Like, I can't believe this superhero thing isn't just a bunch of
This is not creativity. This is not fucking authenticity. This is them trying to sell a Seal album with Batman.
Shit.
No, but like, here's the thing, Alan. Is like, it's not even about like, oh, comic books are stupid. It's just one of those like, this is romantic, dude. Like, this is too pretty for Batman.
No, it's not. I mean, yeah, the movie is fucking ridiculous and stupid shit, but the idea that we can't have something nice, we can have nice things, Nick.
But don't you
Okay.
feel like that's weird just based on the
Oh,
storyline?
it's
Like,
romantic
Batman's...
because it's for gay Batman.
Batman!
Batman!
Oh,
I'm gonna
have nice
fuck you in
things,
that
okay?
suit, boy!
Because isn't this the George Clooney Batman?
Yeah.
No,
Oh god, Robin and Batman. This is a love song between Robin and Batman.
this is the Val Kilmer Batman. This is the one right before that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
never mind.
It was right before. Oh, then they were getting ready for the movie afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why this was in the credits. This is actually like the lead up to the sequel. And look at Jim Carrey. Okay, Alan, come on now, man. You got Jim Carrey in this
Oh
music
no,
video.
Batman Forever's a terrible movie. I'm not saying that it's not, but the fact that you're like, this is too good for Batman, you didn't specify this shit Batman Forever. You just
Yo.
like you throw comic books under the bus.
Is he wearing his Robin outfit, or is that one of those things like, yeah, we're gonna make him a jacket that's just like it?
By the way, did they recast the Robin and sorry, did they recast the Batman and keep the same Robin?
Yes.
That must have been fucking weird.
I'm just wondering, like, does Steele even know like what his song's gonna go to? Like, did he do this ahead of time or something?
Music video. I'm sure he knew by now.
It was just a spotlight. They CGI the Bat logo on it.
Like, while he's like, baby,
No.
and then he just turns around and is like, what the fuck is that bat signal on this line? Like,
Starts singing shit he sees.
Oh.
oh man, no, this song is wonderful though, man. Like, I would love to play this in the bedroom, but it's like I can't compete with that voice. just no
Yeah.
way.
He's not fucking around with their voice. You are.
I know, but it's just like the person who I'm with is gonna be thinking about fucking
Garbage
Seal.
music to them, better by comparison.
I don't know, man. The song's fucking
Peter-
amazing though.
Peter in the YouTube chat said +1 ganja, +1 Nick, which is weird.
What?
He's not used to you giving you a point.
Yeah, that's true. We do piss off quite a bit of fucking people.
Mhm.
But the thing is that we playing, beautiful music, even metal to a certain point. Now we're gonna get fucking stupid, and it makes sense that this would be Ganja
I love
Guru's
this
pick.
fucking song.
You are fucking wrong.
I
This
know.
is
I
wrong.
actually still am convinced.
Hey,
not a real
I wanna go there. Take me there. Let's go there.
I only hate one part of the song. It's like
Dancing
the part within in the fucking Reptar. Like I hated that part.
Look at this. Count to 7 or something. And so just go with R&B.
Close your eyes and count to 5. Where'd you get 7 from? Maybe you didn't count to
Count
7.
13 or 23 or something like that.
Even the real
I
song.
forgot the lyrics. So I just made my own shit up, Jen. Fuck it.
I wanna
Dang, but
count
at least
this.
at least to
Murder.
5.
MUDA. Murder.
MUDA murder.
That would still make more sense than whichever rule actually.
Close your eyes
Yeah,
and
but,
count to 7.
I said this once, and I'll say this again. I will never forgive Ja Rule for misspelling murder on his own track that he edited and wrote and did all that shit. I will never forgive him.
Yo, what happened to Maze, by the way?
Who?
Who?
Yeah, Maze.
Maze.
He made a few good tracks. I
Oh,
forget what it
Maze.
was, but
Oh.
he disappeared early.
By the way, I just thought you said to Maze. I didn't know. I was like, what happened to Maze? He's like, what happened to Maze, bro? Like, yeah, I was like, what?
Well, it was 2 years ago.
Nick looked over. Is this motherfucker speaking French now? What the
No,
fuck?
I don't know if you saw my cursor, but like I was like looking in the fucking description, like, is two Maze in here? Oh, just Maze. All right.
Like I said, it was 2 years ago. 2 Mays.
God, this is so fucking stupid, guys. I'm sorry. Like, what's Maya doing in here? Mia, what's her name?
This song's
I
great.
don't think this is real. I think this is fake. I don't know what you're trying to imitate, but this is fake.
No, I'm telling you, dude, this came out back in the day, man. I saw this on TRL.
Yeah.
This is on
I
TRL.
legit do not believe you. 'Cause I remember being in the theater watching the Rugrats movie, so I don't believe you.
You don't listen to credits? I want to go there. Let's go there. Want to
Nope.
go there. Look at
I
these
mean, I
fucking
probably was
blocks.
also like 8 or whenever the fucking movie came out, so.
Just count to 7.
Imagine being Mia or Blackstreet or anybody that's in this fucking song and walking into the studio to record this, and they have big ass blocks and like Rugrats baby crib, and you're like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
they're probably like, damn, I love Rugrats. I'd love to do this shit.
Yeah, Rugrats was a popular ass show at the time.
Yeah, like before SpongeBob came along, this was the it cartoon.
Yep.
Oh man, so you actually agree with Ganja? This was actually a pretty good thing to sell the Rugrats movie.
Well, this was a bop, except for like the part like later in the song. If you want to scroll forward a bit.
Let me see over here.
Oh yeah, when Blackstreet starts singing.
Not
Oh.
even Blackstreet, but when they're in the Reptar, that part was horrible.
Oh,
wait,
here it
right
is.
there.
Oh yes, I love it. It's great. Oh, it's
fuck
so
you,
bad.
Alan.
Maze.
Ah.
That's
So
Maze.
terrible.
Fuck you, Alan. I cannot.
This
believe
is so great. It's so bad. Why do you think that's a backdrop?
Man,
for
that
the
shit's
show?
bumping like it's got hydraulics.
Dude, that backdrop looks like it's from the Arthur show. And you're walking down the street.
Yo, when we gonna get that Greenstein's technology for the chat attack, bro? I want to start driving the fucking
fuck
hospital.
that.
Imagine, dude, I would be the fucking Reptar. This is look at those eyes, those dead eyes in the Reptar.
Yeah,
Yo,
not the
get-
lyrics I was talking about. That shit was horrible.
Yo, get the Nick Mobile.
The
Look,
Nick Mobile? What the fuck is the
Feeling,
Nick
feeling
Mobile?
love, missing their
Bunch of
mom
ramen?
and dad.
look how crazy her eyes are. Like, like just she looks like a fucking alien, dude. Is this part of the Men in Black soundtrack too? What the fuck?
Oh, I should put that in there.
How do we not put the Men in... Oh my god, how did we forget the Men in Black song?
Oh, too late. I already took it.
Oh, as long as it's in there.
Man.
As long as it's in there.
Yeah, I can't believe we forgot.
Wait,
Yeah,
no, it disappeared.
I was telling that to Nick before we started. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch, but I don't remember them off the top of my head.
Yeah, here it is right here.
Never mind. It disappeared from my list. So.
Yeah, here it is right here. This was awful. But I will say, and I know God's just gonna say he did this shit big time, but back in the day, man, that dance. Yeah, did you do it? What part did you like doing the most?
Man, alright, it was just that one.
Yeah.
Slide with it and slide with it, because everyone can do that.
Look, no joke, but like we're talking about like a song selling a movie. This sold the fuck out of it, man.
Honestly, I gotta say the same for Wild Wild West. Like that. I
Yeah,
actually really like that
Yo,
one.
like, you should, if we go to Universal Studios, this song sold Man in Black so much, they had to put it in the fucking theme park right at the end.
Cedric says, rolling down the street in my Reptar, sipping on apple juice.
Way back.
lyric?
No, it wasn't.
No, it's not a lyric. It just.
I believed it, man.
It might as well have been that part in that fucking Reptar was horrible. Feeling little, missing their mom and dad. Like,
It's like, Trey, get out of here. Stop rapping.
Oh.
and Chucky is scared and feeling little, missing their mom and dad. Like, wait
I'm
a
gonna
the
pick,
fucking
he
song.
got the bottle in the gap.
No, Wild Wild West is a great song, but yeah, I got halfway through that movie and said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Oh, really?
Dude,
Yeah.
Wild Wild West is a terrible movie. What are you saying? Oh, really?
That's one of my favorite bad movies. I can't hate
I can't.
Now,
Oh,
one
speaking
thing,
of bad movies.
it.
well,
Oh, go fuck yourself.
because
How
here's-
about that? Go fuck yourself.
the reason I'm bringing this up, and here's the thing, and this is something that I'm gonna use for myself too to kind of defend myself. But sometimes people will tell me, Nick, sometimes you take things too seriously. You know, movies can have fun, blah blah. But the things that sell the most, they can sell basically bullshit to you as long as they take it seriously. And "Lose Yourself" by Eminem, dude. After this starts off, hearing this like seriousness of the song,
Oh,
this is amazing. Like, this was so fucking great, man. Like, I gotta agree with Alan on this. Even Jet, you gotta admit too, Eminem. This is an amazing song, and it sold the fuck out of 8 Mile.
Never seen 8 Mile.
so
Oh, what? But go ahead, Alan.
I was gonna say. So one of the things is this was one of the songs that actually got me into music. The first time I heard it, because like up until then, like I would hear a DMX or Ja Rule song. I'm like, it's just not for me, and it wasn't. And it was a prior generation. I heard "Lose Yourself." I was like, this is incredible, and it spoke to me on a fundamental level. The lyrics of just, and I live my life by that. I still live my life by. You only get one shot, then I miss a chance to blow it. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Like, I fucking live my life by that fucking phrase. And then seeing that, I was like, I actually didn't know there was a movie to it. I thought that was just a music video until someone's like, yeah, there's a movie. And I'm like, what? I knew nothing about it. So I went and watched the movie. And yeah, this song sold the fuck out of that movie because you have that great beat, you have that great fucking lyrics, to which anyone only remembers Mom Spaghetti for some fucking reason. That song is about just not letting your moment go and taking it no matter what. And everyone just remembers that fucking Mom Spaghetti lyric.
I think it's probably the youthfulness of U2. I mean, we did grow up around the same time, but I remember like I was so into music before this that when Eminem said that, I will say, I know it had an effect on you, but for me, I was like, man, that's some generic shit what he was saying. Like what he was saying did not affect me the way it affected you.
Dude, you listen to it when the song came out or 3 years ago.
No, I actually listened to it like literally right when it came out. Like this told me I wanted to watch 8 Mile, but my mom kept like, just like, oh, you're not gonna watch this movie about drugs and blah blah. Even though I watched Blood and Blood Out and all this other shit and Freddy fucking Krueger, but okay, can't watch a rapper, And it's funny too because my mom kept calling it 8 Miles. So
8 Miles.
It's like, are we gonna go watch 8 Miles? It's like this Eminem raps for 8 Miles.
That's actually not my favorite song off the soundtrack. As much as I like that song, that's actually not my favorite song on the soundtrack.
What was your favorite song on the soundtrack?
8 Mile.
Oh, wait, what was it?
The title track, 8 Mile.
Really? Okay, I actually never heard of this. I'm gonna play it really quick.
It's good. It obviously takes a little while to get going. It's a 6-minute song. I literally still have it on my phone. Like I could show it on my phone right now. I still listen to the song. And I just like a little bit better. And it basically is very similar to Lose Yourself. It's just a bit more, I don't know. I think it goes a bit better.
Yeah, I think, did you show me this before?
I don't know if I ever showed you this now. Because this is like one of my favorite songs ever. I didn't want you shitting on it.
Yeah, and the thing is too is like, and I won't shout it right now, but I will say maybe this song needs build up. I need to like let it play from the beginning instead of skipping because
100%. This is one of those songs. As soon as I listen to it, I have to listen to the whole song.
Really, okay, that makes sense. Especially being a 6-minute song. I think sometimes these longer songs are not long just for the sake of being long. It's a whole fucking thing they gotta do. Oh my God, Gary, you're gonna be disappointed in me, Gary. I don't know why I forgot about that song, but we gotta take a detour just for a second. Dream fucking Warriors, brother, by Dokken for A Nightmare on Elm Street. Good God, this is such a fucking... And it didn't sell me, obviously, because I saw the movie before I saw this video. I wasn't alive when this came out. But, God, like, this beginning is so fucking cool. Patricia Arquette making this horrible fucking house. Like, this was stupid. She has no design. Well, I guess it looks okay.
It's fine. It's fine as it gets built.
Yeah, but... Yeah, man, like, this really, really fit the tone of the movie, and I feel like back in the day, if we were alive, Alan, do you think this probably would sell you on the, concept of Freddy Krueger and whatever the journey is of these fucking Dream Warriors?
Honestly, probably, because again, like we just said, 8 Mile and the Wild Wild West and the Men in Black songs, like those sold. Those were advertisement for the movie, and if you have a good song, like. I've heard Dream Warriors like almost my whole life, and I didn't see the fucking Freddy movies till like last year. So it's like, yeah, 100%, because it was interesting. Like, it's a really catchy fucking song. So it's like these songs are really good when they could sell the fucking movie, and this definitely would have got me like, hey, what the fuck is this movie? Yeah. And then I got shitless because I'm like, what? That is gonna fuck with my dreams? Oh man.
Yeah, and it's funny too, because like this guy over here, like he's almost like still too pretty. I mean, this is like the whole '80s thing of like everyone looking either gay or girly. It's funny. Everyone was cool with it back then until the 90s came in. It's like, oh, you guys look like fucking, bitches or whatever. But, so soft spoken, just like, I gotta wait, like just all, I don't know, like when he starts talking, it ruins it a little bit, I think, personally. And then at the end too, they get really goofy with Freddy. Like this is around the time where Freddy's still serious as fuck, and Freddy wakes up from his dream or whatever, and he's like, oh, what a nightmare. Oh God, who are those guys? And it's like, all right, like it's cheesy as fuck. Stop it, cut it out. You know what I mean?
God, that metal was so hard.
Oh man, I want to buy their CD now. Oh God, how much is it? $9.99. Oh, I'm gonna do it right now. It was pretty stupid.
On that fucking Best Buy.
What?
Just like how they do fucking cutaways in those old fucking music videos when someone would go shopping or something.
Hey, Nick, we forgot to mention Nick's favorite song of all time.
What?
From the Armageddon movie.
You fucking asshole.
Don't blame me, blame Ruthless.
Play that
Ruthless
shit,
is such an asshole.
I don't want to miss a thing.
I don't want to miss a thing. Yeah, look. This is still an okay song.
It's an okay song, and I think the movie's way better. Way fucking better than that boring-ass Deep Impact movie.
This is not Deep Impact, bitch. This is
Armageddon. It's better than the boring-ass Deep Impact movie.
Oh, okay.
Deep Impact is a piece of shit.
Forever and ever.
That's bad. Everyone fucking always pulls out the light. I love to pull out a light. I'm like, I don't got a light in my fucking room.
No, I like when people do that to concerts. That's respectful. It's like, oh,
Yo, that's better than this bullshit they have now. Yo, everyone turn on your flashlight.
Do you know why they did that? Why people started doing that? Because when people tried to use lighters in schools, people would kick them out of the fucking auditorium. So they had to
Your high school band is not the moment you pull out the lighter. The lighter signifies you were getting high during the concert, and the band got so good it woke you up from your intoxication to make sure you jam along with them.
high school, 2006, 2007. So people had phones that could actually like show the screen. So they were playing this fucking song, ironically enough, or it was something very similar to it. So people started pulling out lighters. Because of course they were, and they got kicked out of the auditorium. So that the other people were like, "I don't want to get kicked out," so they just pulled out their phone. That's how that shit started. It's because people were getting kicked out. Because
Stoner Life, motherfucker, Stoner Life. This is true.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the fucking
fire of the gods, motherfucker.
Waiting for the water just to come down and short him out, and he's out of the show for like 2 months.
It's funny too because Jenny in the chat, and we have a couple from this actually. One of which being from Spider-Man 2, Dashboard Confessional. They did this song for Spider-Man, and I thought this song did not fit whatsoever fucking ever. Do you remember this at all, Alan? Yeah, I don't think you guys.
Was this real or was this an AMV?
No, this is real.
Oh, it's Vindicated. Sorry, I always thought the song was called Vindicator.
Oh shit, it is real. Look, there's an official one.
No, this is actually a really good song. I actually much prefer this over the Nickelback song.
Oh, how dare you!
I'm sorry, Hero is not that good of a song.
I need a hero, and I'm not gonna stand here.
It's great.
The only part of the song anyone remembers because it's the only good part of the song.
Yeah,
you would just skip to it.
Fuck yes.
That sounds beautiful.
That's retarded.
That's great. I need a hero to save me from Alan's opinions. I need a hero to save me. Pull out the lighter, Ganja. I forgot your name.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Jenny, how are you gonna bring up Dashboard Confessional and not fucking Nickelback? What?
Because Dashboard Confessional made a better Spider-Man song.
I disagree, sir. I disagree. Jet, what do you think?
You're gonna argue Nickelback on this one?
Yes.
I will back to back on this one.
Yeah.
So I never even heard the other one from Spider-Man 2. I've never heard of it whatsoever. That's probably a good thing because I don't like it. Nickelback, at least I can listen to, but I have a feeling like some Christians are gonna come out of nowhere and basically just come out and try to take me to fucking church every time I listen to it.
We should listen to Take You to Church.
Like you're just waiting for that hero lyric just to turn, and I need Jesus to save us.
Jesus to save
Play Spider-Man with Jesus.
Shoot his webs on my face.
So somebody look up the lyrics to Hero and replace Spider-Man with Jesus and see
I'm
if it changes
looking
the
for
song.
the Lord and our Savior. This motherfucker just turns fully into just Creed. They just morph into this weird ass.
Dude, Nickelback and Creed together. Oh,
Man, if that's not
That
alcohol
was
problem,
a joke.
they could finish a whole fucking truck of Budweiser.
Or they can just like I don't know, like light up an entire city full of fucking American flags.
Yo, shout out to Creed, by the way. Started off as a Christian band, ended up in alcoholism.
Damn, that's a shout out, you dick.
What the fuck? I was like, yeah, wait.
Speaking of Creed, do y'all remember Titan AE?
No.
Well, damn. Well,
I
higher.
hated this fucking song.
This song's a shit. What the
I
fuck?
hated this
I'm
fucking
about
song.
to take you higher.
If this fucking song and like the fucking song from fucking White Boys that we just fucking played, I forgot their names already because I'm trying to erase that fucking song. They had this song, they had those two songs back to back, and that would just irritate the fuck out of me because it feels like I was listening to the same fucking thing.
Don't go there.
The beat's good, but the lyrics are terrible.
Hey, Jack.
Lyrics, metal and rock music.
I can take you higher.
Hey,
Fucking Nickelback free back to back.
What always bugged me as a kid is everyone kept saying Nickelback sounds like Creed. I'm like, I never really got that because like they sound distinctly different. This guy just sounds like that dude that sings Wings of an Angel or Lips of an Angel. Sorry.
Oh, Hinder. God, I hate
Yeah,
that fucking
sounds just
song.
like Hinder.
Your two favorite bands back to back, Creed and Nickelback.
Creed, Nickelback, Hinder, and the rest of my goddamn Tennessee
Look.
bands.
Hey, we're on Spider-Man and Cedric brings up a point. We gotta bring
Favorite
it.
songs back to back.
Wait, what happened, Cedric? What are you saying?
Cedric has a point. How have we not gotten Evanescence yet?
Oh God, Evanescence.
I thought that'd be too obvious. So I left it on my list.
Yeah,
Let me up inside.
that's why a lot of the ones like Wild Wild West and we didn't mention because we're trying to go for like more obscure ones.
But this is a good song. I mean, let's
Okay,
be honest.
it is so overplayed that I kind of hate, like I don't want to say I hate it. It's just really annoying because I heard it the entire early 2000s was just
This is me after watching a certain movie today.
All right, so how many of those likes are people just talking about on their Facebook? Like, yo, man, I just feel this emotion.
No, you no. You know what it is? Scroll down and see how many comments say "Still listening in 2019."
Oh, scroll
And-
down. Let's see these fuckers. Let's see these fuckers. Scroll.
Still
How long
listening
before we
at
get to that
Modern
fucker?
day music.
Yeah. What are you saying, Gotcha?
Scroll. Let's see how long before we get to that fucker because they always pop up in the comments of the whole song.
Oh, you want to
Well,
scroll?
pause the music video so don't forget how long we're going.
Let's see. Let's see. Ah, damn! First fucking comment.
I remember
what?
this song when I was 6. Now I'm 16 years old.
Oh, I was right. Oh my god, he's not even wrong.
Nostalgia.
And this is a day ago. The Reptilian. How old is you?
No, we
You're
gotta keep going
16.
down. I need to see the 2019 people.
There we go.
Album. Yeah, we got it. We got
Wow,
it.
how many? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth one down 2 weeks ago. And it's in Spanish. Like, they're saying the same shit in different countries. What the fuck? I'm saying Spanish. It might not be Spanish. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, I don't think anyone expected me to know what the fuck I'm talking about, Ganja.
Do I have any other ones? I'll let Nick go through.
Yeah, man. But no, there's so much here. But here's the thing that Ganja put into what you call it. This is a stupid video, but I really, really, really love this fucking movie. It's despite what Alan says, and hopefully we won't get into argument about this fucking thing because he hates Roland Emmerich so goddamn much. But Godzilla, Come With Me, Puff Daddy,
Oh.
P Diddy, whatever the fuck his name is. This
What
is
the fuck he
wonderful.
wants to be called now?
This is so great. He literally yells at Godzilla, y'all.
I ain't afraid. No fear taken. Shit's get making.
I mean,
Fuck you,
Godzilla-
big big time motherfucker.
I'll fuck
You
up a plate of bacon.
I'll beat your
Godzilla.
ass.
man, Godzilla is such a bitch in that movie. I bet P Diddy could whip it down.
All right, when I was a kid, I was like, man, how much did PD pay these people to play songs as Godzilla approached? Because I would have ran it, dog.
I actually do like P Diddy's music. I'm not a huge fan of the song. Not because of the
Do you
movie.
like the Diddy Pop?
I just don't like the song. Not because of the movie. I just don't like the fucking
When
song.
the beat is so fire, you're risking an E by a prehistoric animal to drop it.
I just when he's talking shit, I was like, "Come on, motherfucker, you a bitch." Mario
Where's the
looking.
Diddy Pop?
What's Giddy Pop?
His little dance that he does. You don't know the Diddy Pop?
Oh yeah, I know the did. Yeah.
Oh god, I got. Hold on.
The more money, more problems. I think has the. That's what I know off the top of my
Oh,
head.
that one would definitely get us fucking flagged. Do not play that one.
Let me see.
Say
World
no.
premiere of Diddy Bop. Or no, he's the
Yo,
okay.
you know, don't look it up.
Sorry, I gotta look it up.
Uh,
Is that it?
uh,
Okay. Yep. Fuck you.
Anyway, what's next?
That's
I'd rather teach you how to Dougie, Nick.
Oh, I hate the song.
But no, man. Like, I think that's pretty much enough, man. We've seen so much, but I do want to end off with something to tell Alan that he's fucking wrong about something. Alan, why do you not like Post Malone, man? Let's say it
Because
publicly here.
Okay. Okay, one of the most one of the things if you ever look through my library, or one of the reasons that the certain rappers that I don't like, certain musicians that I don't like, is one of the things that I've been trying to figure out, like what my actual music is. I like a lot of energy when it comes to a song, not necessarily scream, but I do like a lot of energy. And I'm so glad you clicked my link because fuck you. I like a lot of energy when it comes to my music. One of the reasons I hate Sam Smith and one of the reasons I hate Post Malone is because I feel like they're very, very drab and they're very, very what the fuck was I going to say? Depressed, or they're very low on a track. So hearing them, it's just like, oh god, it puts me to fucking sleep. So I fucking hate Post Malone so goddamn fucking much because he always just sounds depressed. He sounds like Sam Smith, slightly better musician, but he's still very bad. And it's like, I don't want to fucking listen to him. I'll put him on the same level as Coldplay. I don't want to fucking hear these people sing.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't react to what you're saying right now, but I do have to give Alan like some credit here because that was probably the smartest fucking joke he's ever done in his life. I feel so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know, because I don't know which one of you did it. I don't know. For people that don't know what the fuck's going on, I'm probably wondering what the fuck's going on in the video. Somebody put Post Malone under my recommendation. And I was looking through the docs and saw that. And I was about to react, but then my brain was like, no, we could do something. So I go and get Chris Cornell because I remembered I love that fucking song. There it
So,
It says Post Malone,
so
and I click on it, and it is Chris Cornell.
I still won here. Click on the Killers.
Oh,
no.
why are you guys okay? For one, why are you motherfuckers playing this game with each other, dude?
Because Know Your Name is fucking incredible. That song is great. What did you actually put for?
You should put Post Malone.
Damn it!
I still won, Alan.
No, you didn't because I was able to be sneaky about it. No,
you
but I
fell for it. You thought you still changed the fucking song with the Post Malone one, but Post Malone was under the Killers.
Oh wait, what? No.
No, but here's the thing: they're fucking with each other, but they're both fucking me because I gotta do the goddamn show. So what's happening is, I'm like leaning up, like, "Hey guys," I'm telling the whole chat doing the show, like, "Man, Alan hates this," and I click on it, and it's fucking Chris Cornell, and now I want to show. So I'm looking like a dumbass.
So the thing is, if you would have clicked on the Killers after seeing that, like, Alan doesn't like this, and went to the Killers, it would have played "Congratulations" from Post Malone.
Damn it!
God, y'all
I thought about this.
Why are y'all doing
I also
this?
thought about it. Like, how did you know I would have just straight call it out right then and there?
Because the thing is, I knew you wouldn't go that far. I knew you wouldn't check the Killers right afterwards.
As I was saying,
no, but the thing is, though, how do you know I wouldn't have called it out, say, why the fuck is Post Malone here, and delete the Post Malone thing? Oh, no,
So the thing is, you wouldn't delete the Post Malone, but the Killer, like, the thing is, it still says the Killers on there. You would have been like, oh, that's fine, and basically just corrected it. But the thing is, Post Malone was still on there.
what the fuck is this? Once Upon a Time in the Google Docs? Like, what fucking
No,
weird
because
storyline?
she's right. Because no matter what, because if I yelled at it, saying, "Why the fuck are you putting Post Malone?" I would have looked at the dog and say, "Play the Killers." If it's still fucked, but because Nick was fucking with me, he fell into the trap.
Yeah, all I'm trying to do is do the goddamn show. That's all I'm trying to do. Is you motherfuckers picking on each other and fucking me.
This is like the end of fucking Now You See Me. We're all just planning.
We are truly a childish group with fucking Nick as our dad or teacher.
Yeah, and I'm just going crazy over here. But here's what I was gonna show in the first goddamn place.
No, we're going to talk about Know My Name by Chris Cornell. Fuck Post Malone.
No, you need to watch this now after what you just did to me. Okay.
No, what are you talking
left
about?
me
You
in
tell me that
the
you don't like
dust.
that Chris Cornell song?
You're not a sunflower, Alan.
Oh God, this
You're
song
an
is so
asshole.
bad. This song is as bad as fucking that Bruno Mars song. You know you're beautiful. Oh, there's a fucking shitty ass Bruno Mars song that's all animated by hand drawn, and it's fucking awful.
Okay, but
This
here's the
is
thing.
nothing like that song.
By the way,
They remind me of it.
You like Spider-Verse. You like it. So why are you
I
talking
like
shit about
Spider-Verse. I hate that song. Literally, when he's playing that song there, I'm like, oh God, my ears.
But
I'm like,
so this
"What's
isn't
playing
worth
it
the
once
movie."
at the start. It's fine. I can live with it. And halfway through, he starts singing. I'm like, oh God, kill me now.
Nah, Alan, your fucking opinion is trash. This song is endearing and it's great.
It's beautiful.
No, it's not. He sounds
Yeah,
like he's
it
half asleep.
That's two different people singing.
I don't care. I'm not listening to them.
You're trying to argue for Post Malone, but the thing is that the first like half of the song is someone else. That's Swali.
Yeah, you
Yeah, but
literally,
Buffalo's
you're literally
there.
hurting Sway Lee's feelings. Like he didn't do
I
nothing.
don't care who the fuck Sway Feely is.
Boogie saying that Nick isn't proud of the group. What the fuck? I didn't do nothing. What?
I love Spider-Verse. I think Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie. Post Malone still sucks.
But Chris Cornell's You Know My Name. What's that from, by the way?
Casino Royale soundtrack.
Okay,
So it's,
yeah.
it's from the Casino Royale, and that's again that sold me on the movie because it's a really good song, and it has R.I.P. Chris Cornell. And listening to that, I was like, "What is this movie?" Because I never saw it in theaters. I saw it afterwards because I would watch the music video over and over because this was back in the day where that was the only way sometimes to listen to songs. We didn't really like LimeWire and Napster were killed by that point,
Mhm.
so yeah, it was the only way to listen to it. So I'm like, "What the actual hell is going on here?"
Oh, you know what? Sorry to interrupt you, but Alan, you lost twice because the Killers was still under Post Malone.
What's up? Sorry, my mic was just fucking up. I couldn't hear the last 10 seconds.
No, because like under the Post Malone thing, the Killer song was still there. So you basically just changed the song that you had originally.
I'm so confused. Man. This is a giant mess that we're trying to.
All I did was switch the songs. So you actually got rid of a song that you actually wanted there and put it completely different.
What are you talking about? No, I fucked with the Post Malone. I never touched the Killers.
Yeah, the thing is, under the Post Malone had the Killers, Mr. Brightside. Well, Post Malone had no wait. So The Killers.
it was
the post
fine.
of the Killers.
You brought it up for no reason. It was fine.
No, but the thing is, you changed the song from the Killers to another different song when the Killers were still there.
I didn't. I only changed one thing.
Yeah, and under Post Malone
you
was the
motherfucker.
Killers, so therefore you changed it. Therefore, you lost twice.
I didn't lose twice. You're just making shit up for me to lose again.
You son of
And
a
I didn't
bitch.
lose. I won.
I didn't change any. Oh, I didn't change any links. I just changed the
I
name.
actually won. I got what I wanted. You didn't.
You tried to play the Killers, but then you changed. Like it was still there.
Cedric still hate on people who hate Sunflower. No, I agree with you, man. I absolutely.
I don't give a
seriously.
fuck. Fuck Post Malone. Take a shower.
Damn.
You should take a shower because that is a stinky opinion, sir.
No, Boogie saying Sunflower is cool, Post Malone is terrible. I mean, I agree with Post Malone being bad. I actually agree with you, Alan. But it's just like I don't know that particular song. Really, every song that was on that soundtrack. Which, by the way, I don't think
He
people bring
did.
up
He did good. He did on the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
Yeah, there's a lot of other artists that were really good on the Spider-Man soundtrack or Ultra.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure there was. I'm sure there's a bunch of songs. I haven't listened to every song on the soundtrack, but it's like I'm not gonna live in a world where people are giving credit to Post Malone. I can't do that. That song "Rockstar" makes being a rock star sound like the most boring thing in the world.
Yeah.
What about congratulations?
I was like, "Fuck you."
But to end this off, I have to bring this up. God, there's a horrible quality of this fucking thing. It's really bad.
Yeah, what fucking video did you record this off of?
I do not know. But Small Soldiers, Bone Thugs. My God, this is one of the best fucking songs for a soundtrack ever. It sold the soundtrack to me. I bought this
Yo,
shit.
this is fucking garbage, dog.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yo, this CGI is bad. It's like Alpha 95
It's
bad
Small
shit.
Soldiers.
It came out in like '98,
Yeah, it's a Small Soldiers.
and it's a music video. Like, come on.
Take it back.
Yeah, do it
I'm
before
not
they.
taking it back. What the fuck? I'm not taking it back.
I like how Ganja literally just stopped like, for real, bitch?
I like how early in the song, like that. What are those
Look,
monsters?
I
named?
understand you have nostalgia, motherfucker. This looks some bad CGI. If you saw this
Okay,
today,
get out of
you would be mad.
I like how early in the song, like that one. What are they named? What are they called? The Gorgonauts? What the fuck they called?
The
The little
Gorgonites.
Gorgonauts, whatever the
Oh,
fuck.
she's not that far off. Calm the fuck down, both y'all.
Oh yeah, like the Gorgonauts.
Yeah, like
Like
Gorgon nuts. That's what I
Gorgonauts.
heard.
I'm pretty sure these are Gorgonauts. I like how like early in they do that fucking fisheye lens shit where he just goes all up in the camera.
Gargle nuts.
Yeah, the gargle nuts.
That's like when your mom was talking shit about something you like. Yeah, those Titans attack and those fucking Utos and shit.
You're gonna saw the Planet Wars, the Star Treks.
What about those former bots?
Oh yeah, sorry that you forgot like the last two letters of this movie that came out like fucking 30 years ago. Like fuck off.
I mean, I'm not mad because I don't care
I'm
about
mad
the
at
fucking
them.
I don't know about the fucking gorgle nuts and gorgle nuts.
No, it's because these two Coco brothers always do this shit to me. I'm not gonna have them do it to someone else.
It's fine, Allie, because I don't care about these dudes. Like I don't care about the gargle nuts, the gorgonauts.
The movie has so much better CGI. I like how they threw nothing towards it.
It's a music video.
Music video. Man, I thought you were gonna enjoy.
Holy shit! Man.
Dude,
Why is it the 4K Ultra Blu-ray? Like,
it's funny because like the thing is, we're gonna leave the segment. I just want to end off positive, like, oh, we're all gonna agree with this, and Glenn just like, no, that's some bullshit.
I forgot how bad the CGI was, man.
oh my god.
Okay, I do have one more for movie Dangerous Minds. Do you know what this is, Alan? Because I don't know if you knew what the song came
Dangerous
from.
Minds is. Oh yeah. You're playing.
Oh no, that's that Sonic movie. What you talking about?
Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
It just makes me want to go out there and get those coins, bro. I mean, not coins.
Oh
Shit.
yeah, dude. Who doesn't like Gangsta's Paradise?
This is so amazing. Back in the day, this sold the movie for me big time. I think there's not a single other movie that.
Not Weird Al's version.
You know,
That's
that was
Thomas
good too.
Paradise. That was way after the fact.
I know, but honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I did not like Weird Al's version of the song.
I actually do for one particular reason. As much as I love Gangsta's Paradise, the chorus to Gangsta's Paradise is just "We're all living in a Gangsta's Paradise" repeated over and over again.
Man, we're all living in fucking gangster's paradise. Where my Sonic shoes at?
Yo, could you imagine? Because they're gonna make a music video for it. Could you, like, there's gonna be an entire generation that is gonna associate Gangsta's Paradise with Sonic, and I can't wait for the iTunes fucking like image of Gangsta's Paradise to be the Sonic movie.
But see, on that fact though, like, didn't this sell you with Sonic a little bit? Like,
What?
No,
I don't
like
know.
seriously. Well, I mean, you fucking nerds are probably
Are
already
you
sold.
high?
No,
Did
because
the
you.
song that came out for Dangerous Minds like 20 years prior sell me on Sonic?
So
I'm just
here's
saying
the
because it was
thing.
a good song. It really like it made
It
Sonic look
doesn't
bad.
matter if it's a good song.
Here's the thing about that Sonic thing. Like Sonic has always had pretty good music. Why didn't they just have them create like music for Sonic? Like
No one
they've done
wants to
that in,
see
like
that
Adventure
bullshit.
Battle like before.
Oh man, you just brought up something super important, Jet. So the fucking what was that? I don't know. He didn't write the song for the movie, but Kanye West's "I'm a God" for the fucking Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
movie. It's one of the most atrocious things because there's a song for that they actually had for the Assassin's Creed Revelations trailer, Iron by Woodkid, which is a really good fucking song, and they choreographed that basically that trailer to the fucking song. I'm like, why didn't you just use that for the fucking movie? You already had the song, and you probably didn't have to pay Kanye West. Like Kanye West probably charges a lot for you to use his fucking music. I'm sure like Woodkid would have just loved the exposure, and it's like, oh my god, yeah. Sometimes they just want the song that's popular. I think this was just a nostalgia. Like, hey, just throw it on; it'll be funny. I think this is just for meme culture, literally.
I mean, they couldn't use anything from the Sonic Adventure like 2 soundtrack, like the whole City Escape or like Sonic's actual theme in there.
No, 'cause
Like
they want something to sell. As much, it's weird because as much as that song is popular to the fans, they want something that's going to be trendy. So they're literally picking something for meme value, and it's like they could have easily put Johnny Cash's "Hurt" to it, and it would have been just as funny. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine Johnny Cash's "Hurt" to the fucking Sonic music?
You know, if Johnny Cash Hurt that song like came out on the time Logan came out, I'm pretty sure they would have had like a music video with Logan and Johnny Cash like together. and,
Yeah,
you know.
100%. Because again, that's what they did for Logan. Like that, I don't associate that with that, but like it's pretty damn close because that sold me on the fucking movie. It's
Yeah.
like I hate X-Men movies, but them playing Hurt, I'm like, God damn it, you fucking got me.
Yeah, Bruce was talking about the Kanye West Power song. Yeah, like there's a
Too
lot of,
many.
Yeah,
They
there's-
did that for Power Rangers. It was stupid.
Okay, no, that
Man,
makes sense.
have all
Power.
that power.
No one man can have all this power, and there's like 7 of them on screen. Fuck you.
But that's gonna be it. There's a few other ones. I mean, Go Ninja Go, the Mortal Kombat song.
go Ninja, go Ninja.
I didn't think we'd get to the whole song without fucking recognizing that shit.
No, but even and I was gonna post like Korn from Tomb Raider, fucking Mudvayne
forgot
doing Saw, Fear
A major
Factory.
one. Got a major one too. Mortal
one?
Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
Is Mortal Kombat a song or just a beat?
No, it's a song, and so originally Jet posted like a picture with the song on it, but I actually found there was a music video, and for some reason it wasn't a very popular music video. We only played it like sometimes, like at night, like really really late when we played during the day. I don't know why, because there was nothing violent about it. But yeah, man, like there was a music video. It was really really cool, and you still don't see an artist perform it because it's by the Immortals. That's the band who plays it, but you never see what they look like. It's almost like a Tool thing. Or Tool, you never see them, and I think
Yeah.
yeah. Do you ever see like Gorillaz or Daft Punk either? I don't think you see them.
No, Daft Punk. Even in public, they wear the helmets.
Wow, really? Like even like
You've never seen them at award ceremonies and shit. They'll literally just be on with the helmets.
holy shit! No, I did not know that. But see, that's really cool. I think.
Dude.
I think that's really like I think that adds to whatever their like images. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't want to see them at this point. It's like that's
They've been
really
around for so long, though. Like, did they do that to the grocery store? Or did they just like, oh, thank God for Uber Eats and Amazon?
Well, no, that's the
Probably.
cool thing about like if you do walk into a place and you're the guy who always has a helmet on his head, you take it off and you're just a regular guy, so you can live both your normal life as well as be a fucking rock star. You know what I mean? So I think that's cool as shit. But anyways, there was a lot of this that they were gonna bring it to, but I know the segment's going along, but you guys, so many great ideas in the chat that you guys showed. Yeah, I'm very shocked at how many songs are out there that were like part of movies and whatnot too. Like,
Yeah,
really
it's
popular.
honestly to me, it's a better form of advertisement sometimes than trailers are. Because
Yeah,
like you want to see like because they basically are trailers, but it's like if the song is good, it is like fucking clapping. You're gonna get people in the theater. If it's terrible, holy shit.
Like the song's basically made for like the movies in the trailers anymore. Or do they just use like slowed down nursery rhymes now?
It's
No,
a mix of both. because they did that for the Tomb Raider. They did a slow version of Survivor by Beyonce or
Yeah.
Destiny Child, sorry,
Yeah.
but basically by Beyonce.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we made fun of that bit. Was great. Where they'll just take we could just do that to any song and make it slow.
Hey now, I'm a rock star. Get the show on. Get
It's
paid.
And now I'm a rock star.
Get the
How
show
do they- oh my-
on.
But
Dude,
no,
that's
but,
great.
like they do a mix of them because I think the Weeknd song specifically for 50 Shades, one of the 50 Shades movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's one thing we didn't bring up too, is like just the Mystery Men. Like Smash Mouth, that song wasn't that popular until Mystery Men came out, and that shot it up. Was it like, did they come out around the same time? I can't remember.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen either movie. What about the one for Shrek?
Oh no, well Shrek came out like 2 years after Mystery Men, but they still had that song though. The Hey Now, You're an All-Star.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that,
But-
When I saw
again, that
her
movie-
say, now I'm a believer.
Oh God,
I think
fuck
that
that
song's
song.
better than the other one. Honestly,
I agree too. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's funny how Jenny said that thing. Like, what about Shrek? It's like, yeah, that's a good question actually, because fuck Shrek. It's fucking terrible, and they're making.
Shrek
it
is
that's
a
why me
sophisticated
and Al,
film.
no,
Shrek
no.
2 is a great movie, and then they
Me
never.
and Alan are
Megamind-
gonna go storm Area 51 to go get Shrek 5. That's how much we love the film,
What are you
right,
talking
Alan?
about? They never made a sequel to Shrek 2.
They did.
Megamind
It's Area
and
51.
Shrek are both sophisticated films that we take for granted.
We do. They're making a reboot.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
and done by
glorious.
like what is it, like Illumination? Oh, that's gonna be awful. They're gonna have Shrek looking like the fucking like the fucking Onceler from fucking what was that movie called by Dr. Seuss? The one where
Cat
they
in the
chop
Hat?
down the fucking
Oh,
trees.
the Lorax?
Yeah, the fucking Lorax. Have him look like the Onceler from fucking Lorax.
Eh, fuck
Okay,
it, when?
Was Shrek looking good ever? Like, what the fuck are y'all
Oh,
like,
at the
defending
time,
right
that
now?
was pretty good, like CG at the time. Like for the, like
I
again,
hate Illumination's fucking animation style. I hate it.
it's basic, but it's fine.
You know what I don't think it looks very basic though?
What?
This new trailer for Wu Assassins on Netflix. Here's
Ooh,
the thing,
no,
man.
Okay, you go. I will fucking climb through this goddamn mic and somehow transport my body all the way to Arizona. And if I don't die of heat exhaustion, I'm gonna kick your goddamn ass. Do not fucking insult this man whose name I cannot pronounce properly.
No, it's good stuff. Fuckface. This looks cool as shit. Like, I think this looks
that's
badass.
cool as fucking shit. My only problem is it's a Netflix movie, and oh god.
But see, here's the thing, and this is why I always say this, and people are always like, "Man, see, this is why you don't know film, right?" Whatever the fuck. But it's like I want to be entertained when I'm watching Netflix, especially a movie or a show, whatever the fuck. And it's this type of series where it's like assassins and it's killing and whatever the fuck. I don't care about story. I don't need to be sold on this crazy fucking thing about like these assassins and like this whole like almost like John Wickish type of like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a society of assassins, right?
John Wick or this?
This. Well, both technically.
Yeah, no, actually, so the thing about what's going on with this one, it's not so much in the John Wick stuff. It's basically, from what I got from the actual trailer, is that there's two kind of sets. There's the normal, gang world that is just, people just dealing drugs, normal shit. But what underneath is actually there's actually the mystical elements underneath, and it's probably going to be why a lot of these people can actually go really fast. Because one of the criticisms you always see with action movies, like, how are these people fighting for like 10 minutes and not taking a breath? Hey, look at the actual movie, motherfuckers! And these guys are going for like 7 minutes straight, like without the fucking movie cutting to someone else. Like, watch some of these fight scenes. These people aren't using stunt, man. There's not CG. These are actual people fighting. But what they want to do is use the mystical elements to help kind of make that make a little bit more sense, or let them do kind of crazier stuff. But it just seems to be a very, very basic story of, hey, you have these powers, but in order to kind of help like save a lot of people from dying, you got to go kill this guy. This guy just happens to be your father, which adds it to the conflict. And as far as an action movie premise, hey, I just got to kill my dad to stop this shit from happening, is a very simple premise, but I like it because it's simple enough, but it gets to the point. He's the head of a crime family, which means he's going to have a lot of disposable dudes that aren't not going to have names, and we're going to have some cool-ass action scene. He's going to have a few, people to help him out so we can get, large battles, and it's going to be dope as shit. I can't fucking wait to watch this.
Yeah, man. I mean, just the whole aspect of, the scientific like sci-fi shit about this is cool. I mean, it's corny as fuck, but the movie or whatever the fuck this is, it's not really trying to like, it's not trying to sell you like, oh, it's realistic or we're taking it seriously. It looks fun as fuck, and it's like, that's what I want to see. I want to see somebody that's like not trying to think that they're above whatever the fuck their material is. this actually looks like fun. But what were you saying now?
It's fun in the sense of like it's going to be really just really good action. But like again, you watch something like this, The Raid, The Night Comes for Us. As much as the action scenes are kind of over the top, they're never comedies. They're never like, oh man, like yeah, you can be, oh, what do you mean this guy just took out 15 people? I bet it's comical. When you look at it, there's a lot of I can honestly go on all day just specifically talking about the Raid's fight scenes, but a lot of what you see is there's always a lot of emotion in the fight scene. The story within the fight scene. It's not a situation where you're just watching like a robot go through a building. It's like, whatever, that's spectacle. When you have these grounded hand-to-hand fight scenes, there's a story being told in the fight scene. In The Raid, one of my favorite fight scenes is the hallway fight, in which this guy's trying to get his buddy to the only safe place that he knows in this entire fucking building. But in between him and that is like 16 people ready to kill him so that they can live. So it's like you have a story there without a single line of dialogue, and it's just so visually. That's what you could do with a lot of these fight scenes is you get that emotion, you get that human story without necessarily having to talk. And I can't wait to see what they're going to really do with this. Are they going to go mystical? Is this going to be fucking a better version of Iron Fist?
Or
is
into
it
the Badlands? You know?
Yeah, or into the Badlands, which has great fight scenes as well. So I'm curious what this is going to be. Or is this going to be, hey, we're just going to do cool fight scenes and not much else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, man. Once this comes out, I'm gonna be watching this shit. Hopefully, we get to watch it together, man. And I would love to fucking review this with you. One thing I'm not gonna be doing that for though is this Michael Bay-ism of fucking Black history. Harriet, what, what is this?
Throw this to Jet. We'll let her start, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I mean, Jet, did you even see this? Because I would imagine that you're not even in the mood to even watch a trailer that's, I guess, I feel like it's making a mockery. I'd be pissed off and be offended if this was something about my culture. But what'd you feel?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's hard to basically come to me for this stuff because I am so fucking tired of slave movies. This is the movie that basically is kind of forcing people to, like, yeah, it's about slavery. You got to go see it. You got to go. But most of the time, those actually aren't for Black people. They're for, like, white people to just be like, oh, yeah, like, I did my part. I saw a slave movie. Yeah. And to have fun with the slave movie, too, that kind of throws me off as well. I mean, I could just be, like, being sensitive about it. It's just like, I'm so tired of these types of movies. Like, I'd rather have actual fun movies. Not fun slave movies, but actual fun movies starring Black people. I know like we have to get this stuff out there so we don't repeat history, but like damn, every goddamn year.
See, but I understand like
slave movie?
Here's the thing, and you know, since we're so
or police brutality movie, it's just like can we get Black people in other like starring roles, please?
Mm-hmm. No, and like I said, I agree with that in a sense, but at the same time, like I understand why they do keep making these, and I think the reason why is some people forget. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you gotta remind motherfuckers of like, yeah, these are the stories they went through, and sometimes when you don't have a good ending, you know, it's for a reason. It's like, yeah, people didn't have fucking good endings back in the day. That's why it's a shitty time.
Well, like Black people know about their history. It's basically screwed into us since we were born. It's other people who forget. So once again, these movies aren't made for us. They're made for other people.
Yeah, and exactly like when you say about other people, I agree because, and I told you about this when I was in school, they would hide like the slavery shit in our books, like in our school books. They would literally say like Americans helped everybody else. They helped Mexicans, they helped Black people, they helped this. And slavery was us giving them a chance to build this country to be as beautiful and amazing as it is. Yay, patriotism.
Yeah, but if they're doing that, are they really going out to see like a slave movie?
No, and that's the thing, yeah. And when you're watching this, I'm like, you know, on top of everything else.
A fun one at that, like one where it's just like, hey, they're even then, like, I only saw, like, part of the trailer and it seemed like they were trying to have fun with it, which is already throwing me off. It's just, like, yeah, so, like, it's fun. There's already people out there who already think, like, yeah, like, slaves wanted to be slaves. They had it good and shit, and, like, this, it doesn't...
Kanye!
No, but, like, another thing, too, to discuss about this, and we're very connected with Double Toasted, so this is why I'm going to bring this up, is the fact that, you know, in Double Toasted's video, when Corey was talking about this, he did mention that, like, man, I want to see this movie because... you know, it's going to be fun. I want to see the fun side of this. I want to see, like, the good side of slavery. And I'm like,
sorry,
I didn't know that existed. Yeah, that's a quote. That's literally a quote. And I'm wondering, and, you know, it's a weird question to ask Jed for obvious fucking reasons, but it's like, is there a good side to a slave movie? I mean,
no.
Did I miss something here?
No. There shouldn't be because there's nothing good about being a slave.
Yeah,
maybe he meant the thing.
I'm pretty sure like he meant something else. Like yeah, like we're having fun with our history and stuff like that. So it's not always like gloomy. It's just like slavery was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It's not really something that should be like joked about like that. I mean, like people do it with like the Holocaust too, and then I find that those in bad taste as well. But it's just like slavery was not that long ago. Neither was the Holocaust. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I like that there's a strength to this, like especially when she's holding the gun and pointing and everything. But it's just, it feels very like I don't know, like just stupid action movie. And I think this is a little more fucking serious than a stupid action movie, and I hate
like
that.
once again, like maybe I'm looking a bit too into it and whatnot. Like maybe I'll see another trailer later that basically like, oh, it actually is super serious, and like that joke shit wasn't actually real. Who knows? Right now, it's just not. It's not for me.
Yeah, but like, God, did you see this by the way?
Mhm.
The trailer?
Yeah, I watched the trailer.
Yeah, what'd you think about it? Because like for me,
I-
I thought it was lame. But go ahead.
I want to actually add to Jeff's point. When it comes to this movie, it seems very pandering. And to add to her point, like this is me with every Native American film people always want to remind you of, is it's something that people forget. It's our personal history, so we know a lot more of it. We have people with personal connections. We grew up with the stories and all that. Whereas this is more of a reminder film for white people, and they could feel better that they're not their racist forefathers, when more than likely they are to a certain extent. Like I love these films where, like, a lot of times they either go boil down to two things. One, they're a historical movie where the director just wants to get his best Southern like aesthetic, slavery, and just talk all the most basic shit like slavery is wrong, racism wrong, and just get it out there. And then you got the other ones now that have just recently come out with like Tarantino, which we're gonna get into him later, and more other film directors. Like I think I forget what Nat Turner's Story was also kind of like this, where they just Birth of a Nation. They literally just become revenge fantasies for the people that either feel like they were wrong at that history or they feel they want to get back in cinema. And a lot of times it just comes off as either cheesy or very pandering, so much like Birth of a Nation, where they just become their own little sub films. So if they are take on this route where they are taking that aggressive, like, oh, I just want to see white people and fucking slaveholders get killed because fuck them, they go under the radar or they become cult classics like Django. Or you get the case like with this one that tries to be quote unquote serious, but this is so liberal. White people go see the movie and be like, man, I'm so glad we went past slavery and black people got the right to vote. We're definitely past those times now, right, y'all?
Yeah, and I don't know, man. Like, I agree with Ruth in the chat was saying, like, yeah, there's a black woman director, so probably in this situation, they're not going to be, this particular person directing this is not going to go in here and make a shitty movie while she has this chance to bring Harriet Tubman to the fucking.
Well,
I would say that, but then also like, who did that one movie with that one girl who just like nigga music?
Oh, Jesus,
was also done. That was
touch.
done. Yeah, that was done by a black woman. So I'm just like,
well, no, that
y'all are on thin ice.
Birth of a Nation was made by a black dude too, so that doesn't really help his point. That actually adds to minds that a lot of this time takes a revenge fantasy tone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
and like also like there's a black dude doing like this one play about like fucking race relations as a play. Like it has something to do with like slavery shit in the bedroom, and it's like,
oh wow, okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about this. I don't know much about even just Black history in general to even judge any of these movies or whatever the case, because I just don't have the knowledge. So I'll be talking out of ignorance. But looking at this though, if it wasn't, let's just say it wasn't called Harriet, and it was called like anything else in the fucking world, it would still look like, wow, okay.
I would prefer a documentary, to be honest.
Yeah, something around the. Like, I don't want to say like the Fred Rogers documentary, but something that takes itself as serious as that. You know what I mean? That would have been better. But then again, I don't know. I mean, we could be watching this and it's like maybe some people need to go to a movie like this and see action and have, I guess, quote unquote, fun with it to, I guess, get the information in their fucking hands. Because if it was a documentary, you're not gonna get the fucking dude that's like, yeah, bro, Rambo, dude, fuck yeah. You're not gonna get him here to see this.
Well, that's actually an interesting point you bring up, because if you can throw out the trailer for Rush, because Rush is actually it's almost a sports documentary, but it's basically talking about the two people that like their rivalry, but it's talking to them as if they're people, and it's a very well done serious movie. But the trailer sells it like an action movie. So it's like the thing about the Harriet story, it's like I do get where it just come from, where it's like, hey, why can't we just have regular movie? Why does every single black-led movie have to be a slave movie? But it's like seeing this kind of situation, it's like, yeah. Like, especially if you don't know the story, you do kind of have to sell it almost as an action movie, just so you can get the people that are like, well, this looks like an action movie. Oh no, it's actually a well done story about this time period that actually gives a lot of information. There just happens to be action scenes every now and then, just so that you can make it more intense. It's like you can have action without it being dumb. Like that's what I was trying to talk about with the last thing before. You can have serious action.
The only thing is, like, I'm right now after what happened today. I'm very iffy about like movies that have anything to do with history or changing it being
Yeah.
made. Because right now I'm just kind of like it has me on edge.
Yeah. And by the way,
Yeah.
too, like Ruthless did bring up this. He says that this director made Eads by You, The Cavemans, Valentine, Talk to Me, and Black Nativity.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know any of
I
these.
haven't watched any of those.
Well, it's basically he's basically trying to say that it's a mix of biopics and fiction. So it's kind of like, hey, let's just kind of let's get this part of history and mix it up a little bit, and then add in our flair, which is basically what this looks like. Like, I mean, I doubt they're gonna do this because of the Flint and Stomp pistol. Could you imagine they just had a choreographed fight, like choreographed gunfight thing, like John Wick style?
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it would look cool to me.
No, I would just been like,
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens.
I
but-
wouldn't appreciate white people just throwing around Harriet Tubman with fucking guns and shit as a meme. Because I know, like, black people will use it at first, and that's fine. Then white people just grab it.
Yeah, possibly. And that's the thing.
You
It's
can
like
judge your life based on what white people are going to steal.
because they kind of stole everything a little bit.
Like I'm
That's basically our life.
I'm Arab. Before
They're
you
getting
know it-
popular on face, and they're being popular on stuff they took from us.
But here's the thing, though. There was other topics we were going to touch on, but I think I might just skip those because who knows how long this next segment is going to be. And I can do a review. It's going to be just a talk, a recap. We're going to try not to do too many spoilers, but good God, like, I don't even know how I can spoil. Like,
This movie is trash, fucking trash, fucking trash.
people, once upon a fucking time in Hollywood. What the fuck?
Once upon a
Tarantino?
time in a jerk off session at your film school.
Yeah, so here's
Once
the thing.
upon a time in my ass, some shit came out, and it was this
Once
movie.
upon a time, nothing of consequence mattered.
Here's the thing, and before we even continue, I'm just gonna warn everyone: if you guys like this movie or you're consider yourself a cinephile, I'm gonna ask you to leave, like literally right now, because
This review ain't for you, just like this movie wasn't for us.
well, the biggest thing too is like I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone who's watching us that's spending their time with us because
Oh, no,
if you do
fuck
say
'em.
something, well, no, it's like if you guys say something negative in the chat, like I do want to engage with the chat and read what you guys say too. But if you're gonna be negative about it, I'm sorry, but like I don't want to come across as like I'm calling you stupid or I'm saying that you're full of yourself or up your own ass because. I feel like some people like this is one of those movies where people are kind of going back and forth with the insults. I'm not saying like just because a certain side seems more volatile or whatever. Like I don't want to pick a side. I'm just gonna talk about what I think, and same with all you guys. But I feel like people that do defend this movie love to say certain words that are triggering, at least to me. I don't know about you, but like when people say, "Oh, you didn't get it," or "You just didn't understand," or "I've been watching movies this long," or whatever, it pisses me the fuck off. Like it really drives me up the fucking wall. Like you're calling me fucking stupid. I mean, do you feel that way at all, Alan, or not? Oh, your mic's off. That's unfortunate.
Yes,
You're a
I-
genius.
my fucking mic just likes to turn off randomly. No, I completely agree with everything that you're saying because I feel that to a certain degree, this is, and I had this all on the show a while ago of, I can't remember which movie I was talking about specifically, but the whole thing of you have to interpret what's there because somebody told you that this movie has a deeper meaning. Somebody told you that this means this. So you're like, oh, well, that means that because this person told you. This is one of those movies where somebody tells you this is what it references, this is what it means. So be like, bask in my ego that is this movie. And it's like, so people are like, well, because I, saw all this shit back in the day, that means I'm, able to I understand this reference. That makes me so much interesting and so well cultured because I know this random movie from 1967. It's like, fuck you. This movie, like, it's such an infuriating argument that it's like, oh, because I have more information than you, that means I enjoyed the product, that means I am better than you. It's like, man, fuck you.
And it's one of those things too where it's like, just as a conversation piece, I can't argue that. Like when you say, well, did you see this movie? No. Okay, so you just cut off the conversation because apparently I have to see a movie that has nothing to do with this to talk about this movie. Well, then why the fuck did I watch the movie in the first place then? You know what I mean? Now I feel even dumber.
The thing is, okay, so there's always that situation at the RB, you don't want a movie to literally explain everything. And I'm with that. I'm literally with that. That's one of the reasons I was actually pissed off at Captain Marvel. But the thing is, you can't have the opposite and sit there and not explain things and expect to be like, well, I have to sit there and be like, no, this means this. It's like the movie never established that. She is the most important character in this movie. Is she, though? Oh, no, if you know the history and you know this movie, okay. I get importance in movies and I get not having to explain everything in fucking movies. But this movie explains nothing, and you expect me to interpret all of this bullshit because Quentin Tarantino says he was referenced by this shit. It's like, no, you were just using that as a crux because someone told you that this is an art movie. And it's like, well, I have to defend it based on how I defend art movies.
You know what? You know what someone probably did who actually is saying that shit?
Who?
They went to a fucking like cinephile fucking Reddit and read like the first like top fucking response, got all that shit, and basically just started to yell at people saying like, "Yeah, I got this. This was this. This is this." Like you didn't get shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had the exact same argument with someone from Midsummer.
Yeah.
Like, no, the movie's all about getting over a relationship and this and this. I'm like, is it though? So I looked it up and I was like, almost like a bunch of different places were all saying the same shit. So I'm like, they all just got it from the same fucking area. You guys are just regurgitating the same shit. I'm not saying you can't interpret more than a movie gives it, but like, don't have the whole movie just be an interpret fest. Like, I gotta sit there with a fucking like Wikipedia I gotta sit there with a laptop beside me, my Wikipedia notes, and then I gotta have a fucking pen and pad, and I gotta pause the movie every second, looking at the subtitles to get the references. Fuck you! I'm not doing the homework for you. Go fuck yourself.
And another thing too,
You gotta watch all these. You gotta watch all these fucking movies to actually get this movie. Like,
yeah, and the biggest thing I want to bring up here is like we talked about the trailer a few times. There's like 3 trailers that came out, and one of the things that I kept clashing with Ganja on. As I kept telling Ganja over and over, I was like, no, man, this is about Charles Manson. It's about Sharon Tate. It's about this. And then Ganja's like, no, some Hollywood shit. They're going to look up their own asshole. And keep in mind, Ganja doesn't, like, he's not super into movies. He just looks at it for what it is and just responds and reacts and talks about what he sees in front of his face. Me, I do go and watch explained videos, did you know videos. I have watched all kinds of movies. Like, I literally do that. Here's the thing, though. Ganja with no knowledge and doesn't do that shit at all. He was fucking right.
This is the 3rd time this year, by the way, he was right.
Yeah, and it's...
because he got Ma, Chucky, and this movie.
Oh no, he was wrong about Ma. Yeah, you fucking...
No, he was totally right about Ma. He called the plot twist of the fact that this is just gonna be a revenge for when she was a kid.
Okay, he was right.
You said that. I texted him during the movie like, yo, you were right.
God damn it. No, but like what's frustrating about that is like everyone that talks good about this movie, oh man, you guys see this, you gotta know this, you gotta know that. Then tell me why the motherfucker who doesn't give a shit about this entire industry, Ganja, knew more about this fucking movie than all of us do, and we're doing all the fucking work for it.
Because I know these pretentious motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, dude, like, I mean, what'd you feel about that too, Ganja? When you're watching this, like, did you feel upset about
anger?
It?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I fucking bootleg this. Come at me. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna pay my money to go see this shit. I was gonna sit in a theater, especially if I was able to go to one of those theaters that had food too. Ooh, I sat in my room with my girl, with my bong, with food, some bomb ass pizza too from Cece's. I was surprised. I was still pissed throughout this fucking movie. It's so fucking boring and it's pretentious and it's up its own goddamn ass. And the best way to describe this is I've always talked about this. Yeah, feet. But to go into more detailed explanation, when I've talked about history films that assume that you know the history, so they just build everything up to this one final moment, and you're supposed to know what's going on. This one's 100% fucking guilty of it. Because if you don't know what's going on with Sharon Tate, you don't know what's going on with the 70s vibes going on here. Hell, even if you don't know what's going on with certain of the aspects of filmmaking and some of the shots they're trying to recreate, and some of the lighting tones that they're trying to do with like the summer vibe that a lot of those 70s and early 80s movies had when they're based in California, that like little sun tone look. I noticed all that shit, but it was all fucking boring because it felt like I was just sitting there watching a bullshit ass cinephile film that wasn't made for me. I'll tell you right now. If you don't like my opinion, this movie was not made for me. I wish I didn't see it, but I had to know how right I was. I need to know how much y'all were going to fucking lube up and jerk off to this fucking film.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised y'all saved enough loads for the ending. Because the first half of the film is literally just a tell-all story about this one person's career, about a struggling actor, right? Right there, that just makes any motherfucker that's in Hollywood having a struggling acting career just fucking nut. Because everyone's working at Olive Garden instead of actually working as a fucking real actor.
And just relating to all the people that, you know, are watching this movie and being like, man, I wish I was an actor. It's like, well,
yeah,
you're failing just like the fucking character. So now you feel like, oh, that's me. That's me on the screen.
By the way, literally like La La Land.
Yeah. But go ahead, Gunch, I'm sorry.
No, continue. No, I like that y'all interjecting because y'all seen this fucking bullshit too. It's not only my fucking voodoo ass seeing into the future. As soon as you watch this film, this is what it is. It's presenting itself as this Hollywood fantasy, the sparkling ritual and this shit, the thing that everyone likes to talk about, like, oh, remember the stars, the glitz, the power of every these stars, wherever go, they would have fun. They go to these wild fucking parties. It's not. They don't talk about nothing dark. The only dark things they talk about is the hippies, and that's because for some reason they want to build up the Manson hype, which as we go later into the film, fucking drops it halfway fucking through. So with all the hippie stuff, and there's some mentions of Vietnam, but there's no one really goes into it. The characters have no interaction with their environment except with each other. But then again, it's mostly just watching the bond between Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, which are two very likable guys, by the way. So it's not very difficult for us as an audience to enjoy their company, especially when they're bouncing off each other. But in terms of actually moving the plot along, their friendship and character development, they start and finish as the same motherfuckers. Nothing changes except maybe they get a little older and a couple years go by. But I digress. This film is based off a lot of shit that I fucking hate in Hollywood. It's the fucking elitist jerk off shit. It's the one that a lot of critics want to do it because half the critics, I'll say I'm not a full-blown critic because I didn't go to film school. I don't research any of this shit. I'm not really into making to movies. I'm more of an audience, but I think that makes me an honest critic than some pretentious fuck who wanted to make films and just dropped out because he's going to do it, so he criticizes. So third of all, this is just for people that just want to talk on their own hype and be those fucking cinephiles and be like, oh, I saw this movie. It's a good Quentin Tarantino film. This is a foot fetish movie that you made me sit for 2 hours and 30 minutes. God damn.
And that's the thing too, is like as I was watching this, Jet, you're watching it with me, and I don't know at what point did you feel like, okay, you know what, at this point I can no longer sit here and try to be fair and say, man, this is going to be a certain quality of fucking film. At what point did you say, you know what, fuck it, it's not going to get better from here? It's just not.
At the 1 hour mark, at that point, I was just like, okay, what the fuck is going? Like, I know Quentin Tarantino movies. He likes to tell stories and stuff like that. He likes to do a lot of pandering in his movies, stuff like that. Like, have things like go on and on and on, like everyday things that honestly any other person would actually take out to make you feel like you're in the movie, just having a chat with these other people. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll also say, like, yeah, I came into this movie not knowing shit about what the fuck was going on here. I don't know about these fucking murders, because you know what? I don't care about serial killers. I don't read up on serial killers. I am not a fucking 16-year-old fucking serial killer obsessed Tumblr user. Like, that ain't me. So I don't know anything about this shit. And watching this movie, it's just, I'm lost. I don't know who any of these people are. I didn't know, like, Sharon Tate is. Like, who the fuck is that? Is that Margot Robbie's character? What is she doing in here? She's not doing anything. She's not doing anything. Why is she in here? And then some people are saying, like, yeah, she's important. Important to what?
Yeah, she literally doesn't do anything. She literally, and here's the biggest part about that character, too, is, like, they get so lost within, like, I mean, and Quentin Tarantino, like, the thing about this movie that he likes to base the importance on is just the place it takes spot in, or the location, the year, the decade, the whole era that it takes place in. And you see that happening so much, the fact where it's like, okay, why is the storyline interesting? Because it's Hollywood. Okay, well, look at the fucking designs of the cars and the people and the music. Well, it was because of the 60s. Okay, well, how about the ending of the movie, the climax? What's that cool about? Well, it's cool because he's doing a little twist thing on what actually happened, these fucking murders, and more Hollywood shit. It's like, what did this movie create? The foundation is just shit that happened in real life.
I thought I was gonna learn something. I honestly thought I was gonna learn something, but I didn't realize what the fuck they were doing until the end. So it's like, okay, you kind of wasting my time. I gotta go back and watch a whole bunch of other movies to understand what the hell you're trying to do. You failed as a movie because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm paying attention. I pay attention to the movies I watch. I always do because I nitpick like fucking crazy. This one just bored the fuck out of me because I'm just like, not even the conversations were interesting. They were dry. I had more fun watching fucking Brad Pitt with his dog, making food for his fucking dog, than anything else in this fucking movie.
Yeah, and it gets to a point too where, like, you know, as far as these characters, and
by the way, Brad Pitt's dog was the VIP of this movie.
Basically, and so was Brad Pitt, and so was
yeah, Brad Pitt and the dog were the only good ones in this movie. Everyone else kind of sucked.
Well, they drop characters back and forth. Like, I mean, there's characters that you go in there like, okay, you're definitely gonna be at the end. No shit, you're gone, and I'll never see you again. That's interesting.
Leonardo DiCaprio's character got on my last fucking nerves.
Just a complete weak character with the
Stop
constant crying.
fucking crying all the goddamn time. Stop fucking crying. We get it.
And the thing about this too
You
is just
fucking
like
bitch.
Tarantino has such a I guess comfort level within this era to the point where he was like, listen, I find this decade interesting. I find his music, these cars, these women, the whatever the fuck, the story about Charles Manson, I find this interesting. So I don't have to make anything interesting myself because it's already taken place in an interest. And it's like, when you see that actually come to fruition, you get moments where Brad Pitt drives a car. And he drives and drives and drives. Have you guys ever went and played Grand Theft Auto and you want to listen to music on a certain station, so you just drive to fucking Blaine County and goddamn fucking the redneck area in San Andreas? This is what that is. Like, Alan, I mean, was that okay to you? Like, at what point did you say, okay, this is egregious as fuck and I cannot take this anymore?
Honestly, and I don't know how early this is, and for everyone in the chat, you know I have been quiet because I'm fucking way more mad than all these people combined, and y'all know what happens when I get mad. I go sonic with my fucking mouth. I'll try to control it, but fuck it, I'm not going to even bother when it comes to this. This is one of those movies that as Ganja explained, is self-mastery. This is this year's La La Land, and I specifically say that because La La Land is about struggling people trying to get somewhere in their life and realizing that they might be failures. And in order for them to get better, they have to actually like focus and actually get somewhere in there. The problem with this is where at least it was a fun roller coaster ride being a musical and all that. This is a boring ass fucking movie that's trying to sit there and be like, actors are the greatest things in the fucking world, and it's so hard to be a fucking actor. These people try so fucking hard. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this straight up. I don't give a goddamn fuck about actors. Is it difficult to be a good actor? Of course it fucking is. But this trying to make me feel sorry for this washed up actor that just did a bunch of TV movies and he's sad because he can't act, I don't fucking care.
No, that screwed over everyone that he worked with because he wanted to go choose a movie career that was half-assed anyways.
Yeah. And the thing about this movie, and the thing is, like, the movie doesn't want to get past that, so it wants to drive it into your skull. That's about because every single line of dialogue is like, well, in order to act, I got to give myself a this, I got to do this, I got to do that, and it's so pretentious. It's basically trying to tell you, it's like imagine talking to your friend, and his job is like, I shovel the driveway at work of snow. And it's like, yeah, when I hit the ground and the pavement, that sound, it makes me feel alive. It's like, that's what I live for in the morning. You're like, dude, you're just shoveling the fucking snow. Stop trying to have an orgasm with your fucking job. It's like, they talk about it with such reverence, and it's so infuriating because I feel like this is just, again, it's just trying to inflate the ego. I'm watching an egotistical man tell me why he thinks this is incredibly cool so that he himself can feel better. He's not doing this for me. Quentin Tarantino is not making this movie for me to consume and enjoy. He is making it so that when I look at him, I'm like, wow, Quentin Tarantino really knows film. He's doing all of these fucking references. And yeah, like you said, there's so many dialogue that doesn't go in here. The only part of the movie I genuinely enjoyed was when Bruce Lee was like the person that they got to play Bruce Lee when he was actually talking, because that's what Bruce Lee sounds like when he talks. That's the kind of stuff he talked about. And then they had a cool choreographed fight scene. That's great. That's what I want. Give me some cool dialogue. Give me a cool fight scene. I'm really easy to please. This is just one of those things where it's like, I honestly just got so bored. I'm just staring at the fucking ceiling because most of the time it's like just watch Brad Pitt drive from one end of the city to the next. It's like I'm playing Mafia 2 or something. Yeah. There is nothing in this fucking movie at all. And Sharon Tate is so useless in this movie. I just started getting mad at her in general.
And it's not even Margot Robbie's fault. It's the shit that she's given. It's like, I can't even get mad about anybody that's in here. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, he was annoying, but it's not his fault. Brad Pitt, he's annoying to certain points. It's not his fault.
They chose this script.
Well, I mean, they see Tarantino. And by the way, like, I'll tell you right now, if Tarantino is like, hey, dude, I want to see your feet and I want you to be in this fucking movie, I would say, hell yes, pay me.
See,
sure.
there are people that refuse to work on his movies. They read this shit and were just like, yeah, okay.
The thing is, I don't necessarily blame him because, like, Brad Pitt has worked with him multiple times. I loved Inglourious Basterds. Leonardo DiCaprio, yeah, he's worked with him multiple times as well. So it's like, it's Quentin Tarantino. That's why I'm in the theater, because I love Quentin Tarantino movies. And I like when he subtly puts in his references in there, because when you're watching stuff like Django Unchained, Hateful Eight, Inglourious Basterds, he is always putting his subtle references. But that's the thing. It's subtle. Inglourious Basterds is a movie. Basically, it's an overblown, almost Michael Bay-ish war movie of just what it was like to be patriotic that time. It's like, fuck it, yeah, we're just gonna go in, we're just gonna kill them Nazis, and that's all it is. That's all that movie is, and that's what makes it interesting because it's this weird, like, it almost feels like this movie could have came out during the Second World War. It's crazy enough to feel like one of those movies if it was all black and white, and this could have easily been shown at the dime theaters or whatever the fuck they call them. That's what makes that movie really interesting because it fits the time period that the movie itself is set in. Django Unchained, as much as there's a lot of problems, yeah, it's a really crazy revenge story. But again, it almost feels like it is its own version of propaganda to a certain degree. It's like, let's just try to do the like anti-propaganda. Like, look how bad this is to such a crazy fucking extreme degree. And it works with that sense. So the subtlety works here. This movie is literally he just showed us his dick for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it pointed out every single thing about it.
And the point that really bothers me too is like, you bring up dick, but it's like there's scenes that literally cut off tension. That's like, okay, I was interested, or I was getting into this, but then you fucked it up because you wanted to do the dick thing. Like, for instance, there's scenes where I'm like, man, it's kind of creepy that everyone's chilling in this house in this weird deserted fucking area in this, like, you know, place that Charles Manson may or may not be at, because people keep referring to him like, oh, Charlie's gonna be here soon, blah blah blah. But let's pay attention to the feet that are on the TV, blah blah blah. Oh, there's this character that might be, you know, hopefully she might have like this fucked up backstory, and she is underage. So what is she going through? Brad Pitt, maybe he'll save her. Who knows? But wait. Wouldn't it turn on Quentin Tarantino if she like offered to suck his dick? You know, oh, by the way, her feet on the windshield. Let's do that. Because people sit like that. I have been around many flexible, hot chicks, young girls, whatever the fuck.
What?
Not
Young
one
girls?
of them. No, hot, like, you know, like when I was growing up and, yeah, like,
okay. You're wrong for that one.
yeah, like hot chicks,
that.
like, yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, these girls, I've been around girls, like, my whole life. And not one of them, even if they're trying to turn me on or whatever, not one fucking girl has ever sat in a chair, reached her legs to put up against the fucking windshield. No one sits like that, man.
It's to
I've
show,
never-
oh, she's free spirited because she's a hippie.
But who the
But-
fuck? Like, have you met someone
You
who's
know, how
ever
far
did
up
that?
in the, you know how far up in the fucking seat you have to be to basically do that? Like, that was so fucking intentional. Like,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
damn it.
to go out of your physical way, not just going out of your way, like, you know, mentally or emotionally or in a story or writing. Physically, had to find some fucking way to put your feet on the fucking windshield so we can look at the dirty feet, and every foot was dirty. What's up with
Yeah,
that
that's what
shit?
threw me off the most about the feet
In the
stuff.
70s, they had no clean feet. That wasn't invented yet.
Yeah, Snoop didn't get invented until '86. But one of the things that always actually bothered me about the whole foot fetish for Quintantino is I never really noticed it because it was, oh man, he loves feet, I'm like, you know, I mean, I've not seen every single Quentin Tarantino movie. There's a couple I haven't seen, but I've seen most of them, and honestly, except for Kill Bill Volume 1, that's the only time I've ever noticed him having a foot in the shot, but that was because she's trying to make sure whether or not she's actually paralyzed on the waist down because she has to crawl her ass out of a hospital with no security. So it's like, besides that, I'm like, I can't think of a single time, but there was always that joke, oh, he loves feet, oh, he loves feet. I think that this is a situation like Kevin Smith where he is so pissed off about that joke. He's like, you know what? Fuck you. You think this is all I'm about? I'm going to have it in every fucking shot as a fuck you to the audience.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe it could be a thing where you're like, fuck you people. Or it could be a thing that's like, you know what? They're noticing it. Let me go ahead and give them something to talk about. Because I guarantee you, once this movie gets reviewed for more people and maybe people end up like arguing about more or something happens, this could be a thing where foot or feet is trending on Twitter or something. Like, I can imagine many people talking about the feet.
I can see the memes.
Yeah, the feet memes. You know what I mean? The fiends. But like the thing is though is even with that it's like, okay, I can deal with the feet. But when I'm trying to like have this conversation, and by the way, like this movie has nothing, so a conversation becomes interesting because it's like at least something's
happening.
Yeah.
So these characters are talking, and then ignore any kind of like buildup of this talk. Let me suck your dick. No, I'm not gonna get in trouble because you're 17 years old or whatever the fuck. Okay,
And I've been staring at you for a good couple weeks now.
I
Probably.
waved at you at first and everything when you were walking past my car, but you know what? You already got in my car anyways. I guess now I'm gonna ask your age.
Because I already, might be guilty of killing my wife. So if I end up, sleeping with an underage girl, that'll completely destroy my character.
Yeah, I'll never
It
get
may be
in trouble.
totally unredeemable. So I can't do that.
It's
Right?
not like a
Tarantino?
police officer is gonna stop me and say, "What the fuck are you doing with the young girl on your fucking lap with her head?"
All right,
next to your
that's the
crotch
only part
anyway?"
that's believable. The 70s and cops didn't give a fuck, especially in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you're a Richard White had a good enough car, they didn't give a fuck.
But you know,
Oh, that Roman Polanski.
Mhm.
They
but
mention him a lot.
Oh no, I'm gonna bring that up too when we get to Roman Polanski because this movie's guilty of some shit that I called out way early too in the trailer.
yeah, but no, like the weird perversion stuff, the fact that
Mm-hmm.
Quentin Tarantino has already defended Roman Polanski before because it's apparently a 13-year-old having sex, or whatever, is consenting, even though it's a fucking young girl. But to even bring that up, there's parts in the movie, and people probably saw me argue with Christian Torres on Facebook,
Yep.
but it's like there's a point in here, and it wasn't like a lot. I won't say it was past the 5-minute mark, but there was about 3 minutes worth accumulative of Roman Polanski being talked about in a positive light. Like, man, it's Roman Polanski. Oh my god, he came to my house. Oh, that's so cool. I love him. Oh, he's so fucking smart. He's so fucking creative. Oh, he's so talented. I love him. He's such a great guy.
You know the Roman Polanski book that's in stock right before I go to this movie and basically use up my entire, screen time?
Yeah, dude. And then like even at the end, more Polanski shit. And by the way, did we forget like the link from Sharon Stone? What's her name again?
Sharon Tate. I thought it threw me off. Like Sharon, it's not Sharon Stone. Sharon Tate. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sharon,
Sharon
Tate the whole time.
Yeah, she had his kid, right? Like her son is Paul Polanski. Like I could have sworn that she had like a son with him. So
I don't know this.
'cause I
I don't know if she. I think she died. Like a spoilers, obviously. Or no, that sounds
That's
like
not
a
a
spoiler.
it's not
spoiler.
spoiler because it doesn't happen in the movie.
Yeah, that fucking happened in real life. Okay, yeah, she died and got her baby ripped out, I guess.
Yeah.
So no, I guess she didn't have it. No.
Yeah, it's so fucked up, but it's kind of like there is a connection with Polanski, and the movie knows, and it's based on some fucked up shit that happened in
But then
connection
she
with
didn't
Polanski.
really even do anything with that. I guess she had a baby. Like I guess like everything was solved. She had a baby, but it's just like you didn't do really anything with her except like have her be in the movie theater and then get pregnant. It's just there was nothing there for her. I wish this motherfucker would learn how to write women. If you're gonna change her to where like she's way more of a victim and had more of a character, then write her that way. She's written so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I can't even say she's written terribly because she does nothing to be terrible at. Every single shot of her, and I literally, honestly, if I was reviewing for the show, I would have walked out of the theater because they cut to her 3 times. One of which I'm not gonna show my feet because I'm not gonna discuss y'all, but she's putting her feet up in the theater watching a movie. So I'm watching a movie of somebody watching a movie. I literally look around, and I'm gonna talk so that Ganja doesn't fucking get his fucking webcam shown. But I look around, I'm like, okay, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm watching someone watch a movie. What the fuck is going on in this? If she's not doing that, she's done doing this exact same shot of put the record player on because hey, records, guys, that's so much better than modern music. And then just let me dance around like I'm drunk. I'm like, oh my god, this is killing me. Nothing's happening in this.
And I'm wondering, I almost feel like I need to apologize to Jet and Alan for this. But like, is this what I sound like when I'm talking about the '90s and talking about Korn and Super Nintendo?
No, I tried my best, guys.
Hobbit feet, Alan.
I don't have hobbit feet, mother. What? No, I don't. No, I don't.
Kirk, you fucking asshole.
I'll fight you for that, Kirk. That's fighting words.
but no, but like, is that what like us '90s guys sound like when we're talking about fucking Nintendo and goddamn Mario Brothers and
Probably.
Korn and like?
No, because like I'm sorry, like this is gonna maybe this is like my own ego, but like when I listen to like our reviews and we talk about some of the stuff that we like, when you talk about wrestling or God talks about history, because we have to listen to our own stuff to make sure that we're not we actually have a good flow and we can learn from our fucking mistakes. When we talk about the shit that we like, even when you guys give me shit about fight scenes and I go into more calmer voice explaining fight scenes, it's like we are trying to be entertaining at the same time. And now I understand that you can't always do that, especially on a podcast, especially in real life. But try. You're in a movie. Your job is to entertain me, not to sit there and Wikipedia everything and just do this fucking history. Because I've watched documentaries on film history. Go to Screener Squad, and there is a bunch of documentaries on film history I know nothing about. And I love them. I give them glowing reviews because they're entertaining. They got to the point and they told me something that I had no idea about and they kept it going. This is La La Land, except it doesn't have the catchy jingles and the songs to keep me going and forgetting that this movie doesn't have a plot. We have not described the plot of this because you see the trailer and that's the fucking movie. It is just Leonardo DiCaprio trying to get back to a decent point because he fucked himself and fucked everyone around him out of a decent career. And that's it. This quote unquote Charles Manson bullshit is so irrelevant to the plot that it's almost completely unnecessary, which means Sharon Tate is completely unnecessary to the movie. You can cut her out and it does not change the movie at all because she never interacts with the main characters in any way, shape, or form. And don't tell me that didn't happen in history because this is apparently pure fiction from what I learned.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So can we go on to the ending now? Can we put that little spoiler
Honestly,
alert
let's
up
put
for
a spoiler
everybody?
warning and let's go on to the fucking ending because there's what else can we say?
Because I want to add to Alan's point is one of my problems with a lot of history stuff, and I mentioned this in the past, is they expect you to know this shit ahead of time and they don't want to actually teach you. They're fucking lazy. And this one is so lazy that they take it to an advantage to make it again, personal revenge film, like I mentioned earlier in the Harriet Tubman movie and Birth of the Nation. This one's 100% guilty of that shit again.
Yeah, no, so I'm actually going to have you even bring this up now because I just told everyone spoilers. And Facebook, if you're listening, I don't have Facebook up, but like, yeah, spoilers. We're getting right into it.
Real quick, I'm going to give you all what actually happened. Sharon Tate was actually jumped by a few of the girls from the Manson gang. They brutally murdered her. I think they even cut out the baby and did some ritual shit, put entrails on the walls and drew out names and pentagrams and all that stuff. Because Manson had this belief that he wanted to start a whole race war, and if something happened to this beautiful family of white people and they blame it on black people, it would just start an uprising and a whole bunch of fucking weird acid trip from white supremacists get ideas from. But for some reason, this film completely says fuck that shit.
Disrespectfully, by the way.
Disrespectfully to the point that it turns into either I don't know if y'all got this vibe for a second, but I felt like they were dissing movie fans in the car because for no reason at all, they start talking about this one actor that we've been following, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, and they start, yo, who's on my lunchbox? Such and such. Look, I know him. Oh, you don't know who that is? Oh, you're a fucking dumbass if you don't know who that is, man. That was someone from the 60s.
Mad.
They're talking shit about y'all. That's 2 movies this year I've seen that's talk shit about their fan base. And that was the other one with Spider-Man Homecoming with the fucking Dr. Mysterio
I don't
speech.
talking shit about the fan base. I think this was when because we've all had those discussions, and I'm not gonna name names, but the thing is, I don't give a shit. I did that on purpose. We're not gonna name names, but we've had those situations in which like someone goes, "I don't know who that is. How can you not know who that is? You're so fucking stupid. You don't know anything about these movies. You can't even have an opinion." That it wasn't insulting the fans. It was Cinesnobs insulting people that don't know fucking movies. That's what that entire fucking sequence was.
If it's not done by actual cinephiles, that was dumb either satire on those people, and that is actually insulting.
I don't think that was satire.
It's either one or the other. So going on to the murder itself, instead of doing the actual stuff and us getting some connection to the Margot Robbie character as Taryn Tate, the problem is we only see her in a few fucking visuals. Like Alan says, you can write the bitch out and she's not doesn't matter in the movie because half the time she's either showing her feet, watching a movie, or doing these little marionettes that are just documentary builds up before we get to this final part, which is just Tarantino's revenge fantasy, just like the end of fucking Django Unchained, where for some reason they start to attack his house because they decide it would be a much better plot. Instead of listening to Manson, their ultimate god, which I don't know how that works because now you just change the narrative and it's just gone to hardcore fiction. So they throw history out the fucking window the minute it becomes irrelevant for them. And this whole quote unquote trying to capture this realism of the 70s. And it turns into this bullshit ass action sequence where Brad Pitt fights one dude and brutally beats the shit out of the 2 girls. Like I rarely agree with a lot of these hardcore feminist news articles, mostly because I think they're halfway reaching just to get clickbait and to get you like right-wing feminist trolls to give them more money. Because that's actually how it works. Like people that are like, oh, I fucking hate Anna Kasparian and all this shit. You guys that click their shit are actually the ones that starting their career. Me, who's more indifferent, I don't watch this shit. But there was this one lady who was like, this is a pretty much the gaze of a male's fantasy because for some reason the dude gets killed in all these like kung fu maneuvers, but the women, they get beat. Like fucking brutally. Like if this wasn't a hardcore R movie with Jason, you would have been like, God damn. But for some reason, it's played for comedic tone. I heard a lot of people laughing in this bootleg, which confused me. I hope the country origin is a fucked up country.
Well, it's the thing is, it's like they all get brutally taken out, but the dog does most of the damage to the dude. Brad Pitt just does the finishing blow. The other 2 women, he basically fights himself. It's like at that point, honestly, the movie lost me so hard. But actually, watching that scene was probably like,
that's when it lost you. Oh, that's when it lost you.
Oh no! The movie lost.
When the bitch gets thrown out the window, Leonardo DiCaprio wakes up from listening to his own jack-off video, and he goes into the garage and pulls out a goddamn flamethrower from fucking nowhere and cooks the bitch.
Okay, no. You gotta understand it. The movie lost me way before that. There's nothing, honestly, there's nothing redeemable about the movie. As much as that sequence was decently well choreographed and it was a good action scene, that movie at that point is already lost. Like the movie's gone. At this point, I think it lost me. It lost me right before. There's a certain point in the movie in which Leonardo DiCaprio, for anyone that's watched the movie, and it just threw me off because it was so jarring. But Leonardo DiCaprio is sitting down and he has his mustache on and he's about to do the scene in the saloon when he fucks up and starts talking crazy. He's talking to Timothy Olyphant, the other dude that he's acting off of. So Leonardo DiCaprio is sitting, Timothy Olyphant standing up. He then talks to him, and there's this hard cut where it just goes like this. I'm like, did I just see that, or did I blink? And it does it twice. I'm like, that was the most garbage edit because it wasn't done for a joke. It made no sense in the context of the movie. That looks like a poor fuck. At that point, I'm out. The movie is too lazy to edit properly. I'm out.
And by the way, in situations like that, like Fight Club did the same thing, but they make a joke before they do it, and then they make a joke after they do it, and then they even do a little transition screen, like a frame, that if you're watching this on VHS, you're watching in slow motion or something, you can tell it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't think this is done on purpose, dude.
I honestly, it's so jarring, and to me, I don't ever like to say a movie's lazy because people like to work on that shit. That was lazy as fuck. I don't know what the fuck that was. So at that point, I am out. You don't care about your own product. I just paid you for nothing. I'm glad I fucking cheaped out and got the senior ticket and only had to pay $8. So the action scene at the end, I was like, yeah, this is relatively well choreographed. And I did enjoy when he pulled the flamethrower out because I was just like, yeah, what the fuck? I don't care. This was just so random. And he pulls it out. I'm like, fuck it. I had a little bit of fun, but like,
but
I'm not gonna look at
the thing about that scene that's really pissed me off too. And I know you're like, okay, well that's a good thing. Here's the thing that I hate when a movie changes how I feel about a real life situation. I thought that they're gonna go full blown and show the Sharon Tate fucked up stuff. Which originally, before I watched the movie, I didn't want to see that. I was like, okay, I know they're gonna do it, and it might be interesting for a second, but I kind of don't want to see that. This movie left me so fucking thirsty and hungry in the desert that I was like, you know what? I want to see it. Like, this movie is such so much fucking balls. You better go all the fucking way and show every brutal fucked up thing about that Sharon Tate thing, because that's the only thing that this movie is to pay respect to such a fucked up kill and to show how serious it was, and maybe I can give it some points. And then they make a fucking joke out of it, which, by the way, in real life, goddammit, Sharon Tate, like, she literally got killed. Like, this is a real thing that happened. And you think it's fucking cool and cute to fucking do this stupid shit with the goddamn flamethrower and all this comedy shit, killing a girl with a fucking can of dog food, for fuck's sake. Like, you know, like, that's so insanely disrespectful, dude. Like, someone literally fucking died, man.
And the thing is, it's like when people kept saying, "Oh, the last 20 minutes is so out of nowhere." What the fuck have you guys been watching? Have you just been sitting watching nothing but westerns? Have you never seen John Wick? Have you never seen an action movie? Have you never fucking watched Die Hard?
Yeah.
This is so intense. You are a bunch of fucking babies if you seriously think the ending of this movie is intense. It is just a half gory fight scene. There are more gory fight scenes. There's more gore in Maw and in the fucking Child's Play than there was in this fucking bullshit. Go watch a Jason movie. Go watch a Freddy movie. Go watch any other fucking movie.
Oh man, it's intense, bro. Those last 30 minutes. Oh my god, bro. The fuck? I thought they were actually going to show this. Like, as much as like Nick says, morbid curiosity. I thought they were going to do it just because it might have been entertaining and would have been some water in this fucking food desert of a movie. But no, they 180 and just made something very fucking retarded.
And it's one of those things where everyone's like, oh, the last 20 minutes are intense. I thought it was going to be one of the situations like Inglourious Basterds Hateful Eight, where like, oh, we're going to get a bunch of these stories from all these characters, and then they're all going to get killed. Which that always had something that bothered me, but then as a movie, I'm like, are they going to do that? Oh, all the characters that matter are in this one neighborhood. This is just going to be a snuff movie at the end. I'm like, okay, cool. It then turns into this like basic action movie with a happy ending, I think. And then it just goes. I'm like, not only did you waste my time for 2 hours and 15 minutes, the part of the movie that everyone's like, oh, it's so intense is not intense. I've seen more intense shit this week on The Boys than I saw in that fucking movie.
The Boys!
The Boys is a way better written product and has way more gore and is way more intense than this fucking movie is. This is honestly, I every single Quentin Tarantino movie I've ever seen, including the movies I don't like, which is like Pulp Fiction, at least to a certain degree, I can understand when people like it. This is the worst Quentin Tarantino movie I've ever seen. This is the worst movie of his fucking career. And I'm this kind of person that actually likes Kill Bill Volume 2. This is the worst movie of his career.
Yeah, and, you know, the biggest thing, too, that just cuts the balls off stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe this stuff happens. Maybe you can leave it kind of open-ended where it's like, hey, you know what? And then Manson murders happen, like, off-screen or something. I don't know. Maybe. Let's just try to be positive. But then, at the very, very end, after everything we just brought up, for one, too, I like how the fact that, you know, while these the cops come in and the coroner and everybody comes in there, the whole place is just cleaned out within 5 minutes, and there's no caution tape, there's no detectives, there's no just jokes on them fucking hippies. I killed them fucking hippies.
It's just another Saturday. Fucking hippies died. Whatever.
I mean, like I just said, cops kind of sucked back then, so it's like,
oh, they really did.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I'm like the cops, because the woman's like going off.
But even like, and I hate to interrupt, but like to that point too. Everything kind of went crazy. Like, even the Mexican girlfriend, which, by the way, I didn't even know she was in the fucking house. Like, what the fuck? But like,
she was sleeping. Yeah, they showed her a bunch of times, yeah.
Yeah, but then, like, you know, she's talking English usually, and she can respond in English, but then the white cop is talking to her, and she's like, man, a little fucking bitchy punto over there, fucking kill him, and she's speaking Spanish. I'm like, am I supposed to laugh because she's Mexican? Like, is that the joke?
Yes.
She's Italian. She's speaking Italian, but you are still right. You're supposed to laugh.
You know what would have been a good joke? If the guy was writing everything down and speaking English. That would have been way funnier if he was writing the shit down, like, great too, like he was perfectly like we just have to find the white guy that's perfectly able to speak Italian. Like, that would have been a great joke.
Yeah.
I thought that's what they're going for. I was getting ready to laugh. Like, oh, no, sorry, I wrote something.
No, they went for the easy one. Like, no one can understand.
Oh, I'm white. I'm a white American in the 70s. I don't understand anything that's not Bud Light.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you. I don't care if your dad was in the 70s. Fuck you.
Yeah, man. Jet. That climax, I mean, were you expecting something different, or were you just kind of like, no matter what, this is going to end off bad?
See, the thing about this was like I honestly thought it was gonna be mostly a documentary because I'll take the L for that because it is a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like he's not gonna tell a complete fucking documentary,
Yeah.
which is I didn't know what the fuck was going on. In the climax, that was the best part of the movie, but it's not worth it after sitting there for almost 3 hours. It's not.
It really isn't. And that's another thing too. Is like, dude, 3 hours. I mean, stop. Like, and here's the thing. I'm gonna put this out there right now. Endgame was better than this. Like,
Oh hell yeah.
yeah, Endgame was way better than this because at least I got something. 3
was
hours.
100%.
And the thing is, I think what's happening is that certain movies will get away with being very, very long, and I hope that people are not saying, "Man, I can save money on the editing process, and I can also give people a longer movie like that's what they want." And then I don't have to actually tell a cohesive fucking story because I can just extend it and the movie can explain itself. Fuck it, less editing, yay! Saving money, yay! Because why was this 3 hours? There's nothing about this.
I'm
movie
honestly
3
getting
hours.
so sick of people making movies just for cinephiles, and then basically,
Yeah.
if someone doesn't understand it, they're basically just like ignorant or
get
some
it.
shit. Like
Yeah.
it's just like if your movie is only enjoyable for a small percentage of people, it's not a good movie. Like I don't know how you keep your like. I don't see how you keep having a career on that, but I hope that shit stops later.
Well, because there's enough. The thing is, it doesn't always bothers me is that when you look at a lot of movies that they're referencing, it's the exact same problem why I hate indie games nowadays. Is because like when you look at back in the day when a lot of these developers, a lot of these people were making these movies, they were trying to make. They were just trying to make an entertaining movie. John Wayne movies, as much as he's not even gonna get to the back for that. He's making a cowboy movie. He's just doing a movie. He's just doing that. It's just these people are like, oh man, look at this shot. This shot meant this, and look what this meant, that meant. It's like there's these people that are overly analyzing these movies and making them in some cases to be way more than they are. Where it's like these were just movies to be entertaining. Those movies weren't trying to be these period art pieces. They were trying to be entertaining. Even the movies that are trying to be more artsy, they were trying to entertain people. This isn't entertaining. You are just referencing the fact that it existed and you're not doing anything cool with it. It's just there. It's like walking through a museum and having someone point at an art piece. Oh, this is what this piece meant. But you know what? When he made it, he was like, hey, I just want you to look at this and think it looks cool. That's why the artist painted that. That's why the writer wrote this. That's why the director did this. You are the problem. I don't think the people that don't understand it's a problem. The people that like this movie are the fucking problem. I don't think I've ever said this. If you like this movie, you're the fucking problem of why these fucking movies exist and why this shit happens. It's because they're making it for fucking uptight snobs that just so they can sit there and feel better about themselves. This movie's for uptight snobs.
Yeah.
And I stand by those
like,
fucking words.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that if you like this movie, like you're a problem. Like,
Oh, I
because
thought you would.
I don't mind. I don't mind if people like the movie. I don't. But it's more the fact, like, if you go to someone like saying shit on the lines of like, yeah, like, how do you not like this movie? It was amazing. Like, yeah, then you're a fucking problem. There's a difference between like liking a movie than realizing, yeah, it has problems, but I liked it, and then basically criticizing someone for not understanding the shit that goes on, and saying, yeah, you're too young to understand this. Like,
And
no, I'm not too young to understand it. It just sucks.
And it goes back to almost like the music industry, and then even like video games and shit too.
Yeah.
And even the horror, especially the horror industry.
Yeah.
But like it goes into a thing of like every time you guys, get all crazy nerdy about a movie like this, and like this movie's about the '60s, you're not building towards the future of cinema. What you're doing is you're going back and you're strengthening shit that's already been gone. The '60s motherfuckers are not gonna come back, dude. '70s not coming back, '80s not coming back, '90s, it's dead, it's gone. Can we make some new shit? Like, I want to see Freddy Krueger and everything again, but dude, do we need Freddy Krueger right now? No, we don't. We need a new guy. I don't want to see Transformers rebooted. I don't want to see a new Godfather, a new Scarface. Make a new one. Except for John Wick, in the last 20 years, is there any like franchise guy that's like really made a big deal? Has there ever been someone who, maybe Christopher Nolan's cool, but like anyone really that's as big as the guys that Tarantino was fucking fondling over in this movie? Like, no, the last 12 years has been just fans of old shit. Make some new shit.
Well, that's my problem with the indie genre is like they're trying so hard to desperately go back to what it was at the time, but then you go to the time, it's like Mega Man X is one of my favorite fucking games for the SNES, but it wasn't trying to be artsy. It was just one of the most like it was just trying to be the best it could possibly be with the technology that we have. That's why I hate games. Oh, we're gonna be like we're gonna try to do Mega Man X. Like, no, fuck you. Mega Man X wasn't even trying to outdo Mega Man X. It was just trying to do its own thing. That's the exact thing I had with this part with this movie. It's like it's so focused on this time period to overly analyze every single fucking shot, just so they can have a talking piece. That it's like that's all it ends up fucking becoming. Where it's like, yeah, you watch a movie like John Wick, and it's not sitting there trying to be like, well, we're just trying to do this. It's just doing its own thing. Are there references to other movies in John Wick? Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure the entire end climax is a reference to The Matrix.
Yeah.
But it's still an interesting fucking sequence, and it's set in a different area. That even if it's a reference to The Matrix, it's still its own fucking thing. And I'm not saying everything has to be fucking unique. I'm the motherfucker that likes comic book movies. But at least it's not trying to sit there and fucking self-masturbatory itself as saying it's the greatest fucking thing in the world. It's just trying to entertain people. This isn't. This is not trying to entertain people. This is just for one person, and this is just for the people that are just like Quentin.
Yeah, for me, and I agree with you what you said earlier. This is the worst Tarantino movie I've ever fucking seen. It's like by far. I give this movie an avoided, which I guess is equivalent to a 2 out of 5. This is horrible, and it sucks because I was hyped as fuck about this movie. There was only like 2 movies this year that I was like for sure it's gonna be good. Godzilla King of the Monsters and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was fucking wrong. So I'm more salty that, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna get, and I was wrong, and I'm a dumbass. But I gotta tell you this much though, I don't think I'm gonna be spending much more money at a movie theater, because when they keep playing out shit like this, because the thing is, like, this was bootleg. I watched this on bootleg. But
Yeah, Bootleg Squad.
But there's so many other movies that I paid for, like Booksmart or whatever the fuck. I'm not even gonna argue about like the quality of those names, because these guys actually do like the stuff, and that's cool. But when I go to a movie, even if it is bad, I want to be taken to a place. Like, I want to, like, entertain me, be a movie. This movie, it took me to the 60s, and I chilled in the car and around a bunch of nasty looking feet. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even get a sex scene. Like, I'm not saying I wanted one, but it's just kind of like, you couldn't even do that?
I mean, we could have got one with Brad Pitt and that one girl.
Yeah, the underage girl. Yeah, that'd be great. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, because I could have.
It's just, you got fucking... What's her face? Margot Robbie loves spraying her legs and being fucking naked. You couldn't even do that? You couldn't do any... You couldn't satisfy even the perverts. You couldn't even do that. Fuck you,
I mean, I'm pretty sure it satisfied the foot fetishers.
Oh, speaking of perverts. So, this is the last time before we head off. I want to mention I was right about one thing.
What's up?
So they did everything. They were trying to capture the lighting. They were trying to get the glimpse. They were trying to get a piece of history in the movie. They also brought back that Lolita shit for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Every few scenes, there was a scene of a teenage girl for Brad Pitt to leer at. And at one point, there is a sexy dumpster diving scene. I never thought I would say that sentence in my life.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, me
and
Jared,
all these kids are below the age 18, more than likely.
Yeah, when that girl walked past me with Leo, and I was just like, that girl looks like she's like 15 or 14 years old.
And every butt cheek was shown in these booty shorts and like these weird overalls. And I'm like, look, I'm a leg guy, but I can tell a young person's leg from just a regular fucking chick's leg. Like, these are young girls, man.
And even if you get past the age, it's still super fetishizing, and it's like it happens so often that it's like it feels like a Michael Bay movie sometimes. Like literally when she's bending through the fucking car and almost basically just crawls in through the fucking window, which I thought she was planning to do. That reminded me of Megan Fox from Transformers 1. Like it's the same fucking shot.
Just like the movie that you hate so much, Transformers 3. Remember when she goes to Sam Witwicky's room and she's going up the stairs and the camera goes up her ass?
That's how the movie starts.
Yeah, Margot Robbie. She walks into the movie theater, dude. Has the exact same like dress looking thing like that Michael Bay had on the fucking model. The camera goes right up her ass as she walks to her seat in the movie theater. What the fuck did that have to do with anything, man? Like, I'm literally like, I'm so fucking mad because you fucking people will go out there and you'll talk shit about Michael Bay and you'll talk all this shit, and then your boy Quentin Tarantino comes out and does the same fucking thing, and now it's okay.
Yeah, like talk shit about both.
Yeah, exactly.
So can we all agree? Fuck you. This is a fuck you. This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't need it. I didn't want it.
I believe so. Jet, what are you saying? You think this is a fuck you or a fuck it or whatever we usually do for our ratings?
I forgot what ratings we even have. And even then, like, okay, I'll be honest. Like, I would give this a rental.
Aww.
Mostly because it's just like I don't know if I actually would like this movie if I knew more about it. And plus, I did like Brad Pitt in this movie, even though he was a complete scumbag. It was just boring as shit. It'd be a low rental.
Which one?
I am shocked. So technically, you're saying it's like a 3 out of 5, basically.
Yeah.
I am shocked as fuck. 2 out of 5 for me, Alan.
Okay, so there's a certain thing that we've been mentioning a lot when it comes to entertainment. We want to be entertained. People always like to twist that word like, oh, you just want it to be dumb action. It's like, no. You can be entertaining, but also be like informative. Those two don't have to be mutually exclusive. The movie I was talking about earlier is Always Be My Maybe. If you want to know what my thoughts are, that's basically a documentary about this old film director that basically started cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you think that'd be the cinema style movie of the fucking year, but it's really entertaining because it's interesting, well done documentary. They got great people to talk about these movies. They got great people to narrate it. And it's a really entertaining movie that taught me a lot about cinema and its early budding days. That was entertaining and informative. This is neither. I didn't learn anything because most of this shit's fake. I didn't gain any entertainment because most of the shit is boring. I wasn't as angry as something like Walking Out of Mother, which made me want to fight somebody, mostly Nick, because he actually likes that fucking movie. But this is one of those situations where, like, I was talking to two separate people that are really into movies and having almost the exact same argument. And I'm like, I'm hearing the same things from these people. And I'm like, I respect you guys both because I've worked with both of you guys. But man, I'm fucking mad right now because it's like we saw two different fucking movies. And with this, it's like, I don't fucking get what this movie was trying to do. This movie clearly wasn't for me. And I honestly feel like my time was wasted. This is the lowest amount of bullshit I can fucking give it. Like a damn near 1 or 2 out of fucking 10. Because there's only a handful of things I actually enjoy, but this was a colossal waste of my fucking time.
Yeah. See, my thing is, like, it didn't make me mad. It bored the shit out of me. Oh, and I think, like, fucking X-Men, that last one that came out, that one actually made me mad. Like, that made me mad. Because at least this one had that end scene that was basically, was over the top. And well, it was pretty fucking stupid, but at least it was entertaining. X-Men I didn't get shit from, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
Yeah, but you know what?
This one is just like, it wasn't, even though it had editing problems too, it wasn't an ugly looking film either. I could actually see what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
That's always a big thing for me. If I can't see what the fuck is going on, like, that automatically makes me angry.
Yeah, no, same here. You know, and I understand going for a look there, but Jesus Christ, man, I can't. What the fuck? But you know what? Wasn't something that fuck it. Hey, a little fire burning.
Hey, little fire burning. With the
something you
podcast.
Can't see at night. You know that's something that's
also shit on Hollywood films. No, but make sure to go check out the Luminati Podcast. It's on littlefireburn.com. Where me, Alan, and of course the Ruthless Wonder talk about politics, cultural stuff, pass judgment, guillotine a few politicians, and of course have a good old time with you guys, the audience. Hey, Alan, you got anything you want to talk about now?
Yeah, and if you're curious to hear me yell about more stuff, and oh boy, Oscar season's coming up, I'm pretty sure Justin's gonna kill me for some of the shit I said tonight. Basically, just go to oneofus.net, go to Screener Squad. There's a plenty of stuff on there, but if you're curious to hear more of my voice and yell more about my opinions, go to Screener Squad. Just look through there. There's a bunch of stuff that's coming out. There's a bunch of reviews we're getting ready for the next couple of days, so hopefully that pans out. I think the most recent thing was Eye on the Prize. So if you want to hear me talk about like Emmys and other Oscar stuff, be sure to check that out. That's oneofus.net, and then go to Screener Squad.
Also, make sure to check out the Metropolis Collective. It's a Facebook page. We got ARPG Gaming. Of course, you got your boy, a Subversive History of Ganja Guru. Got the first episode Mayday up. I'm working on the second one, which will be a 420 episode. I'm just waiting for fucking summer to stop hitting me with all this activism stuff so I can actually sit down with y'all and educate y'all on some fine history.
Mm-hmm. And Jet,
what?
Hey, Jet, where is Sound like Leonardo when he fucked his lines up.
Well, you can find me at...
I embarrass myself for all these fucking people. Jet, why don't you tell them how to find you?
You can find me on...
You can find her on Bumble.
Yeah, you can find me on... and a dating app. Anyway, you can find me on Facebook.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. People were
Did you forget it? Did you lose all my information before that?
No.
You never had your information.
I do.
I already said it. You can find me.
And people, with that said, Ganja on 3, 2,
1,
attack
the show!
Actually, really quick, just this one time, Ganja. Say attack the.
Please. Go. I'm so hungry.
Alan. What are you gonna say, Alan? I love you, Alan.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't.
Yeah, I'm a Mr. Horse
I'm
again.
gonna catch me flack for that whole "you're the problem."
I haven't found you, Alan.
This is your fault.
Wait, what did I do?
Oh no, I thought about cinephiles.
Oh, sorry. Bye, guys.